do.
iOS. You should
Yeah.
just before it's gone, you should download the Apollo app and just see how
Okay.
much better it is and see why
Yeah.
people are angry.
Gotcha.
Kind of sucks because it's very specific, but there's a lot of like little lighting issues I run into, and all I can always go to Reddit and someone's run into the issue and found a fix. But
Yeah.
last time I
There's
tried, there was like it was blocked off with that what's it called? I
Apollo
just
with the blackout.
no, like I just couldn't access it. Like I needed it said
the
like I needed
private.
to, yeah, the
Yeah.
private. I was like,
Oh
are you
yeah,
kidding me?
yeah, the blackout.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's what it's
things went
called.
private. Some
Yeah,
of
it
them
started on
went
the 12th, didn't it?
on Sunday night at midnight this past week, and then it was supposed to end like Tuesday night, Wednesday morning at midnight again. But because they were still being asses about it, it has now been extended on certain ones. Other ones are not caring. Well, hi Bastion. Didn't expect to see you here.
Hello.
Zyla.
Yeah. All I know about Reddit is that every time I need help with something, I go to a random forum.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it kind of sucks that it's going away.
Hope
Okay,
it
they're
can
loud.
work.
I need to text my sister that I've fed the cats. Don't listen to their cries or lies.
Yes, please tell her that.
Yeah, she's currently out with our dad.
I
Oh,
enjoy
cool.
the background,
Yeah.
Henry.
He came down
Yeah.
for he came down
Yeah.
for
Very
Father's Day.
DM me.
Just trying to think about like what's the yeah, like what's the exactly, right? It's my hacker time. Here we go. If we were still
can-
on Thief. But we're no longer on Thief.
I can see a DM. With
Oh,
like
I need
10
to get my
different
dice.
screens.
Son of a biscuit. Give me 1 second. I'll get my d6s.
Get those D6s. Yeah, that's I should also warn everyone that my internet's been like super weird lately, like for like the past week, so if I get choppy, let me know.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh hey.
Yeah, it's an okay roll.
I also got the budget version of whatever my wife has, so I think I'm fine, but if I'm sniffling, that's why.
She got you sick.
Yeah, she did.
She's a big meanie.
Exactly. Yeah, hey, you know, from your mouth to yeah, everybody's ears. No, she's a very nice lady. She's a very nice lady. I swear. I swear, I'm fine. I'm in no distress at home. I'm never gonna get hurt.
Blink twice if you're okay.
Okay. I am back.
Welcome back.
Welcome
Let me
back.
load up the roll 20 and such.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't have any notes from last session. I am so horrible about that.
I mean, I don't either, but I have a reason.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But we
Oh.
all
Oh,
have access to the video. So I mean,
That's true. I do have updates since you've missed me for what, 2 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds about right. So she did end up passing away on Saturday, which
Aw.
is sad.
Aw.
Yeah,
I'm
but she
sorry.
lived to be
Sorry.
99 and 2/3, which most people can't say. So she lived
No.
a very full and happy life.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we had her funeral on Monday, which was very nice. And because my husband, he was having issues dealing with it because this is like the first funeral for a family member. He was like,
Mm.
got to know the family member, got close with them, and then they passed. So he had like a mini midlife crisis. So he bought a new gaming computer, and I have a PS5 now.
Nice. Okay. There you
Yeah,
go.
and so the PS5 is so nice. It's so smooth, almost no loading time. It's the best thing ever.
Are all of you PlayStation or PC gamers? Are there any Xbox gamers in the
I
house?
am both.
I used to be
Okay.
an Xbox gamer. That was the only console I actually had.
I got called out for one of my friends for being like one of the only Xbox gamers he knows, and I'm just like, well, I didn't realize it was that small of a community. It doesn't feel that way.
Yeah, I didn't either. I
Yeah.
thought Xbox would be bigger than PlayStation.
The way I've heard it described is, as a kid you have an Xbox, as an adult you have a PlayStation.
Well,
I mean,
And
I had a
I'm a child.
PlayStation when I was a kid and now.
yeah, so it's like
I
I
had
don't know
a-
how true that is, but I mean, some people see it
I,
that
I
way.
had an NES.
yeah. I had a Sega Genesis. Yeah.
I mean, I technically
Um.
my dad had a PlayStation 2 that I played on.
There you go.
I mean,
I'm
I
not
have
in
a
the land of
PlayStation 1,
Microsoft.
2, 3, 4, and 5 now.
The collection.
So
Nice, yeah.
fancy, yeah.
Fighting
And I
edition.
also got a Xbox 360.
You're speaking my
Only
language.
because there was a game on it, like 1 or 2 games I wanted to play. So the only
Ooh.
reason I got it was for those 1 or 2 games, and then that's it. I did get the cool like R2D2 version though,
Ah,
so I am happy about that. So it like R2D2 beeps
That's pretty cool.
when it starts up, which is great.
All right. Well, should we roll some d6s? Two to be precise.
Sure thing. Oh, okay. I'm probably going today.
Seeing I got 2 1s,
oh,
possibly not.
I
got
got
a
a
3.
I got a 5.
Oh my god.
All
I
right.
didn't roll. Do I need to roll?
No, you're
Because
good.
I can.
Can you
Okay.
just
Yeah,
set your
no, you're
dice up
good.
in a 7, and then we got 1, 3, 5, 7?
Okay. There's a 1.
I actually did roll a 7 though. When I rolled the 6 and a 1.
6.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
I just wanted to roll for fun, but not as part of the competition.
Just to see how it feels.
Yeah. So
First thing I pulled up on the Reddit app whenever
Huh.
when I loaded it up.
Spez. Yeah,
First comment. He looks like Shooter McGavin's little brother.
he does look like Shooter.
Wow. Poor Shooter McGavin. Getting dissed.
There's only one thing from my notes I would like to add, though.
Okay.
Hetz made 5 puns. He influenced 1 pun, and he attempted 1 pun.
It's true. Yeah.
Okay. That is a record I would like to beat. Thank you for bringing that to my attention.
All right, I'll make a new list.
Uh,
Anyway, carry on.
If you do, I will have to take punitive actions or punitive actions.
Okay.
But
Can't see the
Josh,
shitty
take us away.
report that I had.
Oh, let's see. We started out on Thief, if I remember correctly.
Mhm.
Let's see. We were a little lost on what to do. Then we decided to go, I think, down to, I can't remember the name of the bar, but a bar down in Lower Thief, or
Mhm.
Poor Thief, or Shitty Thief. I can't remember how they put it.
Lower Thief. Yeah, the lower city.
That's good.
And we hung out there for a while, did some reconnaissance. Didn't have any luck, but we just Lexium wanted to wait a couple more days, and he went out and Jedi mind tricked somebody and got some information about shit. What's her name? Did I put her name in the campaign notes? I'm awful with names. No, I did not. Damn. Anyway, we found out kind of where she was, that she was in the area and she was looking to make a deal with a rival or with another gang, basically to try and act as protection against the I don't know, Miria. That's it. And now we're gonna put it in the notes so I don't forget it again.
I think this campaign was written before Cyberpunk 2077, so Silverhand, there's no relation.
Oh darn.
But so then we we found out the two gangs she was going after, and we decided to write letters to the leaders of both of those gangs. One was Iron Tooth. I got that wrong. I'm not going to get it wrong this time.
Yeah. Roll Iron Tooth, yeah.
And the other one was another guy. I can't remember his name because we never really did do much with him after that.
Yeah, Peter Vallis or Pepe
that was it.
Vallis. All caps because that's the heading on the PDF I'm looking at.
So we ended up getting a response from the Admiral first. We met him. He let us know where she was hiding out in exchange for us getting rid of his problem and then staying away from Thief for a year. So we took that deal. Then we went to rest. We were going to head out before daybreak to go to where she was hiding. But that evening, we ended up getting a message from both Peter and Iron Tooth. And we ended up deciding to go with Iron Tooth. And so we set up a meeting with him. We went to his place, walked in. I accidentally called him Iron Foot, which got us off on the wrong foot.
Hey, I'm muted. You can't count that one.
I'm not.
And after that, I kind of pushed Briar to the front so he could take the lead. But Iron Tooth was kind of bullying him around until Lexian got mad. Oh, that's right. Iron Tooth, when he got mad at me, cut a table in half. That's what I pushed Briar in front. And then Lexian got angry and broke another table with the hilt of his sword, which made Iron Tooth quite happy. And he decided we were cool and he could work with us. So we ended up having him bring Miria there to talk a deal. And then basically we took over from there. And finally we convinced her to basically, what was it, take us on her ship? Yeah, take us on her ship to go and deal with her boss. And I think that's where we left off.
Yeah, you were all just about to jump to a palindrome.
Yeah.
But yeah, we held off. We paused before the jump. Yeah, so you're gonna take your ship to palindrome, and then I think dock your ship at the spaceport there, and the hyport there, and then take her ship out.
Yep.
Cool. So yeah, we'll pick up, I guess, with well, let's do our little jump check.
Investigation engineering.
Yeah,
Yeah,
investigation
do the jump
first,
check.
and then engineering.
A 10.
All right. Briar engineering J drive +6.
Oh shit! Drop the dice. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, do you hear me?
Yeah, 8.
8. Yes.
All right.
Is that +6?
Oh yeah, that's +6. My bad.
Nah, you're good. All right. Well, yeah. Then you guys jump to palindrome. You got a week in jump
do
space.
they only speak in palindromes there?
I don't think so, but maybe
I didn't say shit.
we might find out.
All right, I gotta add another pen list.
I didn't say shit. That is now 2. That is not on me.
I think you created the environment that
Yes, you create environments for puns.
I mean, heads, you're getting beat out so far. That's all I'm saying.
Part of the Jedi mind trick, he forces us to make fun.
Yeah.
It's actually what he focused on his school.
Yeah.
May I use this week to train an admin?
Yeah. Do you have any weeks so far? Or is this your first week?
One. This will be my
Okay.
second week. Unless
Nice.
there was downtime last game and I could
There was not.
retroactively say that's what I would have been doing. Okay.
No, we specifically held off jumping before the session
Yep.
to
Aw,
bait. Yeah,
thank
so you have.
you.
Yeah.
All
Okay, cool. What's everyone else working on?
I'm working on recon.
I'm working on my spacecraft. My spacecraft piloting. Gonna increase that by one again.
You know what? I'm gonna work on endurance. Is that something?
You just having for endurance?
Yeah,
Is endurance a characteristic?
yeah. It's a skill.
Is there a skill for endurance?
No?
Dexterity, endurance,
Oh,
strength.
Dexterity, endurance.
Okay.
Wait,
Athletics endurance.
What?
Sorry.
athletics, endurance.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, athletics.
Athletics endurance.
I-
Yeah.
So you would just go athletics, and then you get that 0. And,
Do you have nothing in athletics currently?
yeah, nothing athletics.
Yeah. So yeah, you'd get that 0 first.
All right, training athletics then. Let me.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. So you're just like working out in the cargo bay. Is Gino also having someone going around and like hiding shit for you to do your recon rolls? Just like you're just playing.
Yeah, I'm on a scavenger hunt.
Yeah. Or you just have a huge list or a huge stack of Where's Waldo books. Just like,
I'd like to imagine
No,
everyone's.
I've enlisted Kirsch. I got him running around hiding things all over the ship.
there you go. Yeah.
Everyone's just like looking over their shoulder because they know where the thing is, and he's just kind of sneaking around.
Yeah. Cool. All right. An admin. Yeah. I mean, I guess bookkeeping. Just going through the logs, the captain's logs and books. The most natural one. Oh wait, and then what was Lexian working on? I missed that one. Sorry.
Pilot spacecraft.
Pilot
And
spacecraft.
it goes
Okay,
from a 1 to a 2, so it's gonna take me twice as long.
that's right.
But I figured I could also like take pointers from Kirsch because doesn't he have a 2?
Yeah, I think so.
I could take like little pointers from him while we're flying places.
Yeah, running through some simulations or something.
Yeah, run through some simulations, do all that other stuff. Pull out another old
gotta-
movie called Star Wars and watch that one again.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll watch what is it? Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith,
Mm.
for the piloting in
Episode.
that one. See how that one works.
I'm quite a fan of episode 17. It's the return of the vengeful Sith. It was all right. It was all right. It's actually basically that there was this guy. Actually, he was in. Oh wait, was he in episode 3? Yeah, he was like a chancellor. Then he becomes the emperor in episode 3, and then he dies. And then he comes back, and then he actually dies twice more and comes back 3 more times. And he's got this like huge sector-wide weapon. It's like the size of a whole parsec. It's fucking massive. And yeah, and so then his like great grandson is friends with someone else, and they come and they kill him again. But you know how that goes. Kirsch is a fan. He's got like all the Star Wars posters up in his room.
The scariest thing is you may be way more accurate than we want you to be.
Right?
200 years into the future, when Star Wars 17 comes out, somebody will
Yeah.
look at this recording and say, "Fuck, he called it."
He got it. Oh no.
When the starting roll of episode 9 came out, Darth Sidious is back. I'm like, and I'm out.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Well, yeah, you guys train and do your thing and wind up in Palindrome. Palindrome, I think is a B. Yeah, Class B starport. What is this? What is this code? What are we looking at for Palindrome? Anyone want to tell me?
Let's see.
Oh yeah, I need to fucking look at this cheat sheet. What's it called?
It's under handouts. It is the UWP,
Okay.
Universal World Profile.
I almost read that as ooh woo, and I'm like, you're kidding me, right?
Ooh, cheat sheet. Yes, that's what he said.
Let's see. Palindrome.
This is the list.
Okay, 4. One of these days I'll get used to reading this thing. Okay,
Mhm.
4. Planet size. So, it's a smaller planet. Looks like gravity. Yeah, low gravity. It's like 0.35. Then a whole bunch of 3s after that. So, atmosphere would be thin. Hydrographic would be 26 to 35% water. Population would be 10 to the third. And
Technology.
another 3 after that, I think. Yeah, because I'm on government then. And so government would be, or
Self-perpetuating.
would be self-perpetuating oligarchy. So like America. Um,
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
and 4 is low level light assault weapons and SMGs are banned. And obviously anything worse than that.
No WMDs. Sorry, guys. And armor. Cloth armor's banned.
Oh,
Cloth
yeah.
armor's banned?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
I mean, on the like if you were going to walk around the high port or yeah,
Like outer or cloth period. Like if you're
cloth
cut.
period. They have like scanners and stuff. Not like cloth of the fabric, but cloth armor. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to pick it
It's
up.
a nudist planet.
I'll just
No,
be here in my
but-
fancy
yeah.
vest with nothing else.
No, that's
Yeah.
level 9 where it says all.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
All is banned.
Wait,
Even-
wait,
Nudity
yeah.
only.
all arms.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Sarah? Where's it?
Is it tech level? Tech?
If
would
your
that
fist
be
ain't
B?
showing, you're going to get fined.
B? B is 11.
For the tech
Ooh,
level?
11.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it goes to 9, and then 10 is A.
Okay. Yeah,
11's B.
I see
Yeah.
that, but I didn't see it on the actual.
Yeah, there's no like tech level listed. That's what I was looking for too.
Yeah,
to
that's
see the
what I was
description
looking
of it.
for, and I'm like, well, where's that?
I can give you a little. I think it's probably good to do this, every now and then as we kind of get the campaign. So as the campaign still get young to learn. Every day is a school day. We can all learn. So where's
Oh
my
man,
next
I
technical?
sucked in
Yeah.
some.
11 TL11 is early stellar. The first true, paragraph for it. The first true artificial intelligence becomes possible as computers are able to model synaptic networks. Oh, there's my nasal. Graph supported structures reach to the heavens. Jump 2 travel becomes possible, allowing easier travel beyond the one jump stellar mains. Yeah, so it's kind of, good, but yeah. And let's see. And law level 4 means neutral. The question is, where did I put? Okay, cool. So what's you said is your plan to dock at the high port?
Yeah. I would assume so.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if it's the only port, we dock where the ports are.
I land on top of the building.
Oh,
Wait, you land on
if
top?
you
I
want
land
to get
underneath them.
adventurous.
Burrow underneath.
Okay, who's contacting the high port?
Not me.
Well, that tends to be my job. How's Kirsch?
Yeah,
Kirsch
since you
good
can
at this?
actually talk well.
Actually, yeah, I'm putting Kirsch has got a 1 in comms and a 2 in persuade. Let's put him to work. He can be our comms guy.
Okay. Who's
Okay.
role playing? Who's role playing Kirsch for this? Or am I going to talk to myself?
I mean, if you want, I could try to do it since I
Do
don't
it.
know this person, so I can make up literally whatever I
You know,
want.
you know Kirsch.
You know Kirsch.
Do
we
I?
He was
say
the
that.
pirate.
Oh yeah, he's the pirate. Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could try my best.
He is like a bad
He's a
Cockney
bad
accent. Yeah.
Well, I can't do a Cockney accent, so he's gonna
Neither
sound
can I. I
hickish.
mean, yeah, it's yeah. Yeah. Okay, go for it.
Oi! As he pushes the button, like I don't. He insert call sign. Wanting to dock. That is a
The-
horrible accent.
You remember the cuddle of your
The cuddle of your
call
fish.
Spoiler alert, yeah, the call sign of your ship.
No. Okay, I've had a lot of stuff happen, and we threw
Yeah.
out like 6 different names. Okay, I cannot
I-
remember all the names.
I think you settled on the cuddlefish.
The cuttlefish. Let me write that
Yep.
down. Caps.
What?
Or the pen
This-
Cuddle
Ron
fish.
Jeremy, the thruster.
Yeah,
Ron
see
Jeremy.
exactly all the. Okay.
Ron Jeremy.
This here's the cuttlefish requesting docking.
Cuddlefish, this is Palindrome Highport. Please transmit your what's it called? Sorry, it's my first day on the job. Your
You're doing great.
thank you. Yes. Transponder codes. There we go.
He will beep boop 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 boop.
Yeah, we give me a
Transmit the codes.
2d6 electronics comms check with intellect, which is not his, or
Man,
education.
he's back at a 0 with that. God damn it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I rolled a 3. I don't know any of the pluses that go on it, but you could do the math.
I think the pluses are 0. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so it's a 3. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh gosh, Cuttlefish, Palindrome Highport here. I'm really sorry about this, but I don't see that you have permission to dock here. It looks like,
Really?
yeah, your transponder codes don't match your call sign. Did you recently change the name of the ship?
We did recently change the name, right? Yes.
I don't think that recently.
I mean, I don't think that recently.
Like a month ago.
It's been about a month.
Yes, okay. Cuttlefish, Palindrome Highport here. I'm gonna have to have you hang out for a bit and circle the Highport while we look into this.
Okay.
Palindrome Highport out.
He turns it off. That happened.
Did you hit
And
the
back
wrong
to
button?
me. Ah.
Is that essentially just like a dyslexia test?
It's just like
Because I'm not gonna lie, all I was thinking is like, yep, I would do that one time. I could see myself doing that.
Yeah. So you guys kind of get the runaround for a couple hours while they kind of like look things over, and then you get permission to dock. And that's what I was gonna check was costs.
Yeah, Jinx will just come up to wait. I have a curse.
Kirsch?
I butchered his name.
Kirsch.
Kirsch. Kerschel.
Curse.
It's short for Kerschel.
Kerschel.
Yeah.
Kerscheling.
You did great as a comms officer.
I'm so sorry. I froze. I mean, I didn't even sound like me. It was. I mean, I was just like I felt like an entirely different person. It was.
No,
It was. Whew,
you did great.
I'm
And
just still a little
pat him on the
shaken.
shoulder.
Yeah. Oh, I really appreciate that.
He
I really
got a little
appreciate
nervous
that.
talking to the
course.
really cute girl on the comms. That's what
I mean,
happened.
did you hear her voice though? It was like. I mean, it made all of my hackles rise. It was crazy. Yeah.
Oh. And I mean, she was new.
I thought you were gonna say nude, and I was like, how do you know? Us, I mean, but nude. No, that makes way more sense. That
New.
makes way more.
Yes, she
yeah,
is new.
yeah,
So,
nude.
maybe
Yeah,
if
yeah.
we like run into her, you could use that as a, stepping stone.
He
If
just
you know
like
what I mean.
he gives you a blank stare that says he clearly doesn't know what you mean.
Stepping
Oh.
stone isn't, if we ever meet her, like compliment her on her first day at work
Right.
and use
Right.
that as a leeway to talk to her. Have you not done this before?
Yeah, no, of course I have. Of course I have. I gotta
Uh-huh.
go. I'll be right back. I gotta hit the head. And he walks off. He walks off, muttering to himself, "Hey, great day on your first day at work, lovely lady." no, that's dumb. It's I remember my first. No, I can't do that either. Oh well. And you hear the door close and him start. The retractable fire hydrant comes up and he starts going to the bathroom.
I hope he does okay.
He
I
used to
don't think he
captain the
will,
spaceship. That's
Yeah.
that's the thing with yeah. Where are my freaking? Oh, that's because docking fees, in my opinion, should really be under the spacecraft operations page, but it's actually in the universe creation. It's like in the... How long are you guys planning on docking?
I'll leave that up to the captain.
How long?
We gotta jump, right? Like
We're heading out to the gas giant, I thought, weren't we?
Yeah, it's probably going to be not a full jump. It's probably a couple days out to the gas giant, though. You're probably looking at like 4 days out, 4 days back.
8.
So 2 weeks.
Oof. Is it daily? It's daily,
It's weekly.
right? Weekly, yeah. So 2 weeks.
Just got to find where.
How much money do we have among us?
Bogus.
I might be footing the bill on this one. Don't mind. I just want to make sure we're not all going broke.
Everybody
Yeah.
can guess my amount. Big old 2,000 in the hole.
Mm-hmm. Where
I'm sitting on 21,000 right now.
Okay.
Oh, okay. 257.
Sorry,
Oh,
1,500 in the hole.
No, 257 was the page number. I was talking to myself.
Aww.
Yeah.
I
Don't
figured
get
it'd
your
be
hopes
much more
up.
expensive.
No, it is going to be. Starport quality is B.
I'll probably flip this
1D
bill.
times 500. What are we looking at for palindrome? 5. 5 times 5. 2,500?
Yeah.
Is that right? 5 times 5? Yeah.
Okay.
Is that a week or total?
That's per week. Yeah.
Per week?
Per week. Okay, 5,000.
Correctamundo.
All right, I'll go ahead and take care of that.
After
Myriad.
this day,
Oh, go ahead.
we've really got to start like hauling some cargo or passengers.
Yeah,
Something.
Yeah.
some income.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Are you guys contacting Miria or waiting for her to contact you? What's your order of operations?
I suppose we could shoot her a contact and let her know we're docked and ready to board whenever she's ready for us.
Okay. Yeah.
We're leaving Kirscht on our ship, right? Was that
I
the
guess
plan?
probably want her to have somebody there to.
just
I
to
don't
kind
know.
of
That's
watch.
docked in Dartmoor.
I mean, hey, that would give him 2 entire weeks to sit there and hit on that girl.
That is true.
We'll come back and he'll be a smooth operator, and he'll just. I got it.
He'll, he'll have 2 weeks of training in the canoodling skill.
It's carouse. It's there. It exists. Yeah. Does he have carouse? I feel like he's a pirate. He's a space pirate. He should have carouse.
Nope. To persuade, no carouse.
No carouse. Yeah. No, he's not good when he starts drinking. It's just not a good. It's not his. It's he has too much fun.
Could we consider it a persuade skill?
Yeah. If he approaches her not in the bar. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, so she responds like, yeah, we're docked, Bay 16, slip A. You can, ready when you are.
Be careful over there. I think it's a slip A.
Oh, let me write
There's the
that down.
first one.
You say that as you're like reading over Gino's shoulder. you just say that and walk off for no reason. Oh no, we're good. Okay, actually, time out. I don't remember if I told you guys this last time. Did we talk about making naval characters? Have we spoken about that before? Okay. Okay, so now this is session 6, so at least 4 sessions I've like gone into it like the week before, like, okay, remember to tell them that. And then forgotten. So I'm going to say it now before I forget. There is a section of missions in the campaign that are from the perspective of Imperial Navy pirate hunters, and you all play as like members aboard like a little pirate hunting fleet. So at some point, we'll all need to create some like either Imperial Navy officers or crewmen or Imperial Marines, and then which is kind of nice because I think it's a good they're like kind of short, self-contained missions, and I think they'd be good for like when we're down a player and like at a point where it would be crucial to have because it doesn't have to be at the exact same time. They can kind of bounce back and forth in the timeline a little bit, but at some point we got to create some imperial soldiers.
So do we do it like with like a truncated version of the regular character creation, or?
Yeah, you do it like the character creation. You have to finish, rather than mustering out at the very end, you finish in one of the careers. You finish in either the Imperial Navy career or Imperial Marines.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But anyway, sorry. Just finally needed to make sure I got that out.
I kind of have a question about that.
Yeah, go for it.
Does that mean we can essentially hunt ourselves down?
Does it? Maybe.
Come face to face with ourselves.
Yeah.
That was the real enemy all along.
Yeah. Anyway, as you were heading over to Slip A.
Watch your footing.
And you guys head over there. There's a guy, standing outside the airlock with, a little stool, and console, checking people into her ship or checking people out, just keeping track of all the crew. And looks at you all and kind of nods his head and hits a button, and her airlock opens to board her ship.
Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As you're boarding, she probably would meet you pretty quickly. All right, so are we gonna do this thing?
Good time as any.
Very well.
All right, time's up. Let's do this.
Follow me. I'll show you to your bunks. And she takes you. What ship is she in? Waka Waka.
Is she in a Pac-Man?
Yeah. No, her
What's the
ship is
name of her
actually
ship?
full of. It's the Pac-Man. It's full of Muppets, though. It's weird. She's the only human there. She's the celebrity guest on this week's Sesame Street, and it's all just
She's
oh
got a crew of
no!
yes men, doesn't she? Everything she says, yep, yep,
Her ship is the. Where's Miria? I feel like she has the Mercy Fuge. Wasn't it like a junk hauler, scrap hauler, something like that? Oh well. Who knows? Salvage hauler. Yeah. I'm pretty sure her ship has like rooms with 4 bunks, so she just like leads you to a room with 4 bunks that you can all share together. Um, Obviously, certain locations of the ship are off limits. You have access to your bunks, the mess hall, and if you need to get anywhere else, let me know.
Thank you.
Yeah. And she takes off. I'll be on the bridge.
So we're ready for this, right? We're on a potentially enemy ship hitting into a enemy stronghold. So
I did bring some grenades as emergency backup if we need to flee.
We'll be fine. I'm not worried.
Okay. Yeah. Pretty quickly after that, the ship takes off, and is yeah, it's going to take 4 days. But yeah, do you guys need to go over a plan or anything like that? Like, what is your plan?
so we started blasting.
Yeah.
I don't think I brought enough guns for blasting. Sorry.
Do we? I mean, I guess it kind of depends on if, because we'll probably have to dock him. He probably wouldn't come onto our ship, so we'll probably need to figure out how to sneak our way with Mira.
So
I thought he was hiding
I
out on
mean,
a small planet.
No, he's hiding on a ship which is landed on a moon,
Oh yeah, the moon. Okay.
maybe.
that's no moon. I mean, this guy's whole system seems to be falling apart. Do we think we could get the rest of his people to turn on him?
Can we meet with the rest of his people without tipping him off?
I somehow doubt that. I mean, as it is, we need to be ready for the possibility that we're going to have to fight as soon as we get there if Myria decides to double cross us. I feel like she's not going to. Probably should be sure. Be prepared.
Be right back.
I feel like it'll only work in our favor for them to turn or just like run away, only if like we start fucking them up really bad. So we'd kind of have to go pretty strong off the bat and scare them pretty much.
So do we push to stun and incapacitate them? Just try to go straight for him then?
We could try that approach and just simply tell everyone like y'all can go home and be alive and you don't have to die with them pretty much.
If we open up by using stunners or blasters or anything, I feel like the automatic response is going to be just to open fire back. Would that not be your first response?
Probably.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So, how would we do this without opening fire? Like, how do we essentially reach the rest of the crew of his crew and convince them to essentially give up on him?
I mean, if we could get close to him and captured him, we might be able to get them to turn on him just because of his complete incompetence. Like, I mean, he's got them in a bad spot right now already. And if we could get them to realize that if they turn on him, that they don't have to go down with him, not by us or anyone else, then maybe we stand a chance.
I mean, if he has any riches on board, we could simply tell the rest of the crew like, we're gonna take this dude, y'all can just have at it for his stuff, y'all get paid, we walk away with the guy, all is good. At the end of the day, we have to persuade.
We just want his head. The ships are yours.
Yeah, pretty much just give them all of his wealth, because the bounty is what we're after anyway.
The bounty is what we're after, but also, what about I want to say Mira? Yeah, Miria. What about having her take over?
I mean, she
Sure.
seems to listen to reason, even if she is grumpy. So,
Yeah.
Should we play it as essentially Mira wants to replace him, and because like the crew knows Mira and they probably respect her to some degree.
So what if we sit down and talk to Miria about that plan, and we have her take us to him under the guise that we're prisoners?
My only concern with that is we would have to take off our armor and our weapons. Because there's no way you'd bring prisoners armed and ready to fight.
I guess that's true. We do have a Jedi with a metal arm, though.
We could
probably sneak away with the metal arm.
Yeah, definitely could. We could also pose as the recruits from Iron Tooth. Although, or like envoys from him. I don't know.
So like, we that's not a bad idea.
And then get like a private audience with him while she talks to the rest of the crew. And then hopefully things go okay we take hit. We like get him while she takes care of like all the other like she and maybe Briar or Gino or both. They subdue the rest of the crew and essentially explain it to him as we explain to her, and then I could be the muscle ready to just snap this guy's neck if necessary.
Well, I think if we're going to go the envoy route, it would be either myself or Jinx that should be playing as
Envoy.
the envoy, and a couple others as the bodyguard.
I would definitely be the bodyguard.
What do you think, Captain? Better as the envoy, or do you think you should play another role?
I mean, do envoys have to talk well?
Well enough to keep him busy, because we're not actually trying to get him to listen to us because we're not real in the first place.
No.
I mean, bodyguard sounds nice, but if we're not really trying to be, like, actually cool with this dude, I talk horribly, so as long as that doesn't matter, I'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, after meeting Iron Tooth, I feel like you might come across as an envoy of his better than I would. Something gives me the impression that Iron Tooth would not be interested in having me in his crew in any form or fashion.
I mean, why do you say that? You're a awesome guy.
He insulted
Yeah, but I don't
him.
break tables in half.
He walked up and immediately insulted him.
I didn't insult him. I just got the name wrong. Happens. Now, don't you know those parents that like go through all of their kids' names before they get to the right one? First time I ever met this guy.
Understandable, but Iron Foot may have been one of the worst ones.
It could be. Could be.
I mean, you could have called him Iron Toenail. So at least it wasn't that bad. But yeah, I'm willing to do envoy duties if I have some burly bodyguards looking to Lexian.
I guess I could go with Miria then. Lexian and Briar want to be the bodyguards.
You could try to play it off. I got some sword skills. Actually, I have my uniform. That'll help.
Well, I mean, if we're good with this plan, let's get in touch with Miria and see how she feels about it.
All right, sounds good. Let's do this.
I guess I'm assuming there's a comms button in our room.
Yeah, probably.
All right, I'm sorry. I was slightly distracted during the final stages of that. So, what's my role?
You and Briar are bodyguards. Jinx is the envoy, and I will be working with Miria to try and turn the rest of the crew.
Okay. Oh, they're so heavy.
And if things start getting bad, I'll contact you guys to go the more rough route. Once we capture him, that might change things.
We need a word to know when shit hits the fan, I think.
kumquat.
Oh. I was thinking Jenga, but kumquat works much better.
Oh my god, they're mating. Sorry, I'm
Sounds
putting
like a word you'd say in frustration. Oh, kumquats.
This is true.
Okay, so if the signal word is given, we just go gun blazing. That's the idea.
Yeah, capture him and then get word back to me, and then we could let the rest of the crew know that their captain's already done for. All right. Well, talk to Miria then. I'll hit the comms button. Hey, Miria, you have time to sit down with us and go over landing protocols?
Yeah, you wait for like a couple 30 seconds or so, and your comm crackles, and she's meet me in the galley in 5 minutes.
To the galley.
Who the yeah.
Da-la-la.
And yeah, you guys are sitting around one of the table, and yeah, 5 minutes later she steps out. So the way this ship is structured, um, all the crew compartments are like on the same level as the bridge is, and they're all like port and starboard to like a central spinal kind of hallway. That hallway goes down toward the bridge. There's a little like mess hall kind of area, like lounge area, and then a door would go right into the bridge. So you're all sitting at a table. She hit, bridge door slides open, and she kind of steps in and sits down and kind of crosses her arms. What's your plan?
So we're thinking you were there to try and get some help from Iron Tooth anyway. So we come in as envoys. And Jinx here, our captain, is more than happy to play the role of said envoy. And Briar and Lexian, her personal bodyguards. And I thought you and I might work on getting the rest of the crew to see you as captain instead of him.
Hmm. They are pretty loyal to Ferric. They've been with him a lot longer than I have. Well, not a lot longer. Most of them have been with him longer than I have.
And you don't see any kinds of wavering or worry out of these guys with the situation he's got them in right now.
Not as of yet, but he's pretty convincing. He can be pretty rousing when he needs to be. But if that's what you want to do, we'll see how it goes. She kind of thinks about it for a while. I actually, I'll think about it. Well, we're still a couple days out, but let me think about it and get back to you.
Yeah, if you can think of any wink links or anything, we need a start.
Hmm. Yeah, she kind of stands and turns back to the bridge. As she she hits the button to, the door slides open, and there's a pirate kind of like waiting off to the side, like not blocking the doorway, but clearly like waiting for her, and he like looks at her kind of questioning, and she tilts her head forward, and they walk off into the bridge, and the door closes behind them to talk.
Well, I guess it's a waiting game for now. Then see what she's got to say.
Okay. Anything else you guys need to do, or are you just gonna wait for her response?
I think I'm just gonna wait.
Okay. Cool. Like an hour and a half goes by, and she steps back out, sees that you guys are still there, and comes back and sits down. Does the old Captain Riker in her chair, and plops down. Um, yeah, that's not going to work for me. I'm happy to get you guys to the ship, but I'm not gonna put myself in a position where if things go bad for you, they go horribly wrong for me. Like as I said, I'm happy to get you guys there. We have an agreement to that end, but if if things go bad and if there's a shootout on the ship and it's just the four of you and me, with his Marines and his crew on the ship, no. So you have to think of something else. I'll touch down next to his ship. You can board it as you see fit. But if things turn nasty, she kind of shrugs.
Do we all
I'll
go in as an envoy then?
I'll mention that you're the envoy. I'll let him know that. But I'm yeah.
Do you have any suggestions? Since you know him a little better than, well, a lot better than we do. Do you have any suggestions of how we can handle it so that it's not a complete bloodbath?
For either end. Obviously, we don't want to die, and we really don't want most of the crew to die. Any of the crew, if possible. Like I said before, we're trying to be the good guys here.
Mm-hmm. The good guy. Your goal is to take him in dead or alive, right?
Dead or alive, preferably alive. I would much prefer alive.
Oh no, I don't have ideas that would get you him alive. I mean, I would say get him close and destroy the ship before he knows what's going on and get out of there. But that's that's my approach.
Well, as a doctor, I'm not a big fan of that plan, but I'll defer to you, Captain. We go the peaceful route.
I mean, we're working under a lot of different assumptions. I kind of want to see how he interacts with the crew first before I make any quick decisions. But I would prefer the easiest. And if that means killing everything, then we kill everything within reason.
So we're still starting out by talking, that correct?
Oh, yes, for sure. We're not just going in shooting things. We're going to talk first.
Well, Maria, I guess that's the plan then. You let him know we're the envoy. We'll head on into a ship, see what we can do.
Okay. Yeah, kind of nods and walks off. I'll let you know when we're getting ready to land or dock. So I'm trying to fix the file will work. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Um. What do you guys? So what's everyone carrying, packing? What are your
I have my
current?
revolver and my stunner.
Okay.
Let me look real quick at my stuff, since I have a lot of stuff.
As a bodyguard, I would keep my auto rifle on me, but I would also probably carry the blade and revolver.
Okay.
I would probably have my claw fist like tied onto my belt because that's where it lives,
Hmm.
just in case. And then probably my stunner. No swords. So yeah, just the claw fist and the stunner gun.
You got it.
I'd probably just carry my shotgun, have a piston fist, and some grenades. It's probably like in a pouch. They're not outward.
Hmm.
You know, whatever equipment pouch you'd carry with you.
All right. So a couple hours go by. Another, and I guess another like couple days actually until you're in range of the moon that he's on. She contacts you, says, "Okay, we'll be landing and connecting with a docking, our docking like ring in a few hours. So you might as well get yourself down to the airlock."
And do.
What's your marching
Okie
order?
dokie.
Typically, airlocks are like 2 to 4 people at a time. These are smaller ships, so like 2 people at a time.
When so we'll be walking straight onto his ship, right?
Yeah.
If there's gonna be bodyguards, the envoy should like be in the middle sandwich between the bodyguards, which would make sense. But if we're all going and we have 2 envoys, then I think 1 bodyguard in the front, then the 2 envoys, then a bodyguard in the back. But that's just me.
Sounds sounds logical.
So no matter what, sounds like I'm going first.
Mm-hmm.
And then
With the big
you,
scary
and
guy
then
in the front. Urgh.
so Lexian, Jinx,
Probably
Gino
Gino.
Pryor.
Yep.
Okay,
Sounds good.
cool. Yeah, so she shows you where the airlocks are. I let him know that, and she says, I let him know I have a minor engineering fire to put out, and I'll be aboard. I'll be across in a bit. Hopefully, you can get your business done before he starts asking questions. And if not, good luck.
Well, regardless of how this turns out, thank you.
She nods and turns off. Turns around and walks off. Turns off. She's a robot. She just marionettes. Yeah.
She powers
No.
down to the
Yeah.
corner.
Yeah. Steps steps into a closet. That's just. Oh,
No, she steps onto one of those Borg pads and plugs in.
yeah. Yeah. That's it. She's a Borg. Well, she does have a cybernetic arm, so
See?
she's getting there. Yeah. Cool. Lock cycles, and is Lexian and Jinx first through. Let me just pop you over here. And then you can kind of see through the little interior door. Red Thane is kind of standing there staring at the door, like a little ways back at a table. It would go into a what looks like a little kind of mess hall, or a little, not a little mess hall, but like a little meeting room, common area. And he has two crewmen with him there. And door opens for you two. You can step in. And then the lock cycles again for your friends. Welcome. He kind of, goes to shake Lexian's hand first. Let me make sure you all have... Yeah, you should be able to control your tokens.
Yes.
Cool.
Is Red Thane T-Pain?
No, he does kind of look like T-Pain, doesn't? Yeah, no, he's like custom art from the book.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
But-
thinking a little Lil Wayne in there.
he's
Yeah.
he's Lil Wayne with an eye patch.
Oh shit, we're killing a little one.
Young money. No, yeah, he's yeah. Please sit. He takes a seat on the other side of the table. There's not really 4 spots at the table for squares, but you can. put
I'll be a
yourself around.
I will
bodyguard.
sit
I'm
directly
standing.
across from him,
Yeah,
as you do.
yeah,
I'll be bodyguardy.
very tight. So I presume you're here to, go over our terms of employment.
Yes. Would like that very much.
Yeah. All right. They don't call me Young Money for nothing. Let's do this. What are your terms?
Out of character, what are we employing him for?
We're acting as if we're Iron Tooth's envoy, and he's
Okay.
wanting to have his gang and Iron Tooth's gang join forces. So I guess first off, we'd want to know what he feels like he has to offer to Iron Tooth.
Okay. Before we talk terms, what do you feel like you can do to enhance Iron Tooth's retinue?
I mean, I bring 3 crews of fairly adequate, hardworking buccaneers to the outfit, as you can see, or as hopefully as your boss saw by our daring raids on Clark and what was the other one? Clark and not Tobia, Torpal.
Torpal, yeah.
We're capable of pulling off some pretty.
You could have done it better, but it's still impressive.
How so? What did we do? What did we do wrong? What's your
Do you not have a bounty on your head currently?
not my head, not specifically me.
If you would have, I don't know, hid the bodies,
What bodies?
disappeared the bodies.
What bodies?
There were
Oh,
bodies.
on Clark.
People
Yeah,
were
but I mean they freeze those
killed,
anyway.
yeah.
What's the point? Yeah.
But you didn't know enough to realize that they could do nothing with the bodies once they got there. You should have just destroyed them. Leaving
Wow.
clean tracks, or, excuse me, clean scenes would have been better.
Clean
But
scenes to
besides
what?
that, you did good.
As far as I know, but I haven't been connected to that.
That's
Do you know something I don't know?
Why would I know something you don't know?
Will you give me your deception? Deceive?
Deception check.
Deception check.
Okay, maybe I should talk. I am just horrible with this character, man.
No, you're doing good. Deception.
Uh-huh.
Oh, what's this? Intellect?
That's a
I feel like
6.
that'd be an intellect one.
Yeah. 6?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, what is it you're not telling me?
Well, and don't hope you don't mind if I jump in here.
Oh,
Um,
please feel free.
He like turns and
it,
looks at you.
it's not necessarily the bounties that's the issue right now. It's that rumors are going around in Thieves that you might have some enemies other than um, the Imperium or anybody else who any other law enforcement who may be after you. And there's some pretty powerful figures.
Yeah,
Your
I mean that.
crew, your crew is awful useful, but the way Iron Tooth's seeing it is you personally could be a liability. So we need to know what you offer us over this liability.
I mean that was what Miria was supposed to talk to Pearl about, did she not?
Well, she did, but Iron Tooth's a man who wants to hear it from the man's mouth. So he sent us to get word from you, not from your lackey.
Right. I mean, yeah.
Again, Miria seems like good people. She seems competent.
What are you
It's not her
implying that I'm
kind.
not good people? What is this? He's like, yeah,
Well, it's a vetting process. You're
right.
asking a lot. We're just vetting you out here.
Well, I mean, I've got. I assume you're talking about the admiral. Obviously, we left under acrimonious circumstances, but he's not going to openly. He's not going to openly go against another crew, especially not one like like Iron Tooth's.
Not openly, but that's a man with a lot of resources who can make things happen without him being connected to them.
Let's say if he does, I have a certain amount of leverage that I could employ to protect your boss as well as myself.
And do you plan on divulging this leverage?
Sure, roll. Nothing personal. It's leverage best kept secret.
Well, I don't think he's going to leave Thieve, and something tells me you're not going to go to Thieve. So, I mean, if you would like this partnership to go through, probably need to be able to get that information to him.
Mm-hmm. Will you give me an persuade?
Okay.
Intellect?
8.
8. Uh, it is potentially. Let me say this. I have some information that could be disastrous for the admiral and his reputation among our kind.
Interesting. And if you have this information, why aren't you employing it already? I mean, it seems like you have more to gain just doing that than you do just teaming up with Mr. Irontooth and keeping everything quiet.
I mean, if he leaves me alone, I will. I don't see a reason to shake the tree to disrupt the status quo. It's not really my style.
I mean, I'll give you that's honorable of you.
And plus, if he's left with no home to run to, he might be a somewhat desperate and dangerous foe.
So now you're thinking that your information could cause more damage than help. Because if my boss is now tied to you and you use this information that leaves him without a home and makes him a more dangerous foe, then he is likely to openly attack Iron Tooth and his crew. And I don't think we would like that very much.
No, no, not the whole crew. He wouldn't have the backing at that point, but me certainly as the one who pulled the card out from his tower.
So you're looking for a wall to hide behind then, right?
Yeah, and someone to work for. Looking to make money, aren't we all?
I mean, yeah, that tends to be the goal of the world, but or worlds, universe. Yeah, universe. I agree with that, but I mean, and I look to your crew and I look back at you. You telling me you're just willing to throw others to the wolves to make sure that you're kept safe in the end?
Certainly willing to throw the admiral to the wolves.
Yeah, but then you're going to turn him into a dangerous dog backed into a corner who's going to come after you, and anybody who's in his way is going to be a target until he gets to you.
Yeah. I trust my crew. He kind of leans and looks over at the two of his guys with him, and they both kind of nod.
And do they trust you?
I think so. Right,
So
guys?
you would so you wouldn't never do anything wrong to them then? Like allow them to be left stranded on a space station somewhere to be killed from beasts or lack of oxygen or lack of food.
You mean like Kirsch? That's how do you know about that?
I mean, the man's more resourceful than you think, apparently, because he did make his way back to Thieves, and he's not happy with you, so he was happy to let people know what happened. And I mean, if the admiral catches word of that, then you might have someone on your trail already, because you already made one big blunder and left somebody for dead, and apparently they didn't die.
What is it exactly he said happened?
He said his crew mutinied, left him stranded. I brought this up to Miria as a concern. She told me you congratulated the crew on good work when they got back.
For the most part, that's fairly accurate. He had a job that he was instructed to do, and upon completing that job adequately, decided to make a milk run that didn't turn out as well as he had hoped. And
And
after
you know
some of his
this,
crew died, and the ship was considerably damaged, a change in leadership was determined among that ship's staff, and that's fine with me. They still reported back when the job was done.
and you know this how?
Those are the reports. Those are the logs.
From the crew that left him for dead.
Yeah.
So it could be just that they didn't like him. They damaged the ship, left him for dead, and came back and told you a lie, and you just bought it hook, line, and sinker, correct?
Mm, now the sensor reports were pretty convincing. The sensor logs were pretty convincing.
I mean, I get that, but a skilled person can kind of fudge those things too. And
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'm assuming you employ a skilled crew, don't you?
Oh, several. He's like looking at you. How long have you been a privateer? And he's kind of squinting his eye at you and like measuring you up and down.
Oh, a few years now.
Right. Do you give me a deception check?
Uh,
Can I make a recon check at the same time to see what the two guards and what he are carrying?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh gosh,
Can I do a
No.
recon check on
No, you can't.
the things behind him?
Yeah, go for
Like,
it.
no, yeah, I just want to see like what this room looks like. If
Okay,
there's
I got a
anything
seven.
that we could use.
I
You
got
got
a
what?
7.
7? Okay.
Oh my god! I need to throw all my dice away.
It's a room. It's yeah. How about
Well, I got a 3.
Lexington?
I,
Ooh,
I got
it's a ballroom.
I got a 10. Is there anything I'm adding to that? Because I have a 0 in recon.
Oh, your intellect.
Oh, so 11.
It'll be the same thing for Jinx as well.
It's still 3.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, did I just cut out briefly? Lexian.
Briefly.
Okay. Because everything went staticky. Lexian, you were looking at what they were carrying.
Like, yeah, what they had on them, like their body posture, see if they're ready to fight or not.
Mhm. I mean, he is certainly like he's kind of shifted one of his hands like to his lap, kind of surreptitiously, but he has like he's doing the like, hand over the back, like arm over the back of the chair, other hand in his lap, so it like looks sort of like a natural posture, but it was clear, like to you at least, watching him, what he was doing.
He's pulling
Um,
a Han Solo on Greedo.
He
yeah,
is.
yeah, he is. He exactly is. And his other like his two bodyguards both have like sort of like close combat kind of like rifles, compact rifles, um, and they are slung over their abdomens, and they both have their hands kind of like rested on their belly buttons as well, hands crossed, but close enough to the grips. ACR, right? Yeah, advanced combat rifles. That's what they have. And you rolled a 7 for your deception check?
Yeah.
All right. He goes, okay, right. Then you should know incompetent leadership is incompetent leadership. That's a cruel seek a balance. And
Yeah.
in Kirsch's case, he lacked the historical uh, success for his crew to overlook such a mess up.
But you put him in charge, right?
Yeah,
Incompetence rolls up, doesn't it?
nah, it was a vote.
What, a vote to make him captain?
Yeah, ratified by me. I take your point, but yeah.
Okay. I'll take that. Like I
He can be
said,
a
I mean,
charismatic guy when he tries.
I
Cuts back
mean,
to the station, and Kirsch is like standing outside this lady's office with a rose between his teeth, and the door opens, and he's like, "How you doing? You've done a lovely job with your first day at work." And back to the scene.
well, I mean, he's certainly got some talk going around Thieves right now. That's for sure.
Well, maybe when we're working for your boss, we can take care of that. What'd you say your name was?
My name, my name's Gordo.
Gordo. And you? He looks at Jinx.
You can call me Pearl.
Pearl. And how about your two friends back there?
I just turn around to stare at them. Unblinkingly.
Name's Ace.
Luke.
Some kind of hotshot pilot there, Luke? No.
I can fly
Yeah.
a ship.
Hmm. Yeah, but can you bullseye a giant rat
A
from?
wombat.
Well, anyway, what is it you're looking for? Clearly, Miria left some negotiations unresolved.
I think she did a good job. She just Iron Tooth is a shrewd man, and he, like I said, he wants to cover his bases. And also, he's a man who likes the projection of strength. And so, you sent one of yours to handle your business, so he sent one of his to handle his. But I don't think you're going to get a final deal out of him unless you want to go there and meet him somewhere in person.
Okay, where does he want to meet?
Well, I mean, we'd have to go back to Thieves and work that out with him. If you wanted to dock somewhere nearby, sure, work on that for you.
Go in there under his protection?
Oh, you're not going to Thieve, I would assume.
Oh, okay. You're saying
Yeah,
meet somewhere near Thief.
yeah. I can fully admit you not wanting to go to Thieve.
Mhm.
Um, I think I know a good place he might be happy to meet you. And I'm sure you're aware of it. Little gas depot out in the middle of a void. Just a blank sector, not far from Thieve. Seems like a good, quiet place to meet where we wouldn't have to worry about anybody else, right?
Will you give me a again, not negotiations, not a thing, right? A persuade?
There's diplomat or
And that's
persuade.
diplomat? Well, diplomat, well, it was. Let me double check because it might be. I could see diplomat. I could see persuade. I want to just double check on diplomat. Not broker. Is it broker? No. You brokering a deal? Kind of. Negotiating a peace treaty, transmitting a formal surrender. It's not quite that.
I mean, it's not actually it's negotiating a partnership.
Yeah. It's much more formal than persuade. Nah, yeah. Take diplomat if you want to do diplomat. Intellect.
Diplomat it up.
Oh, sweet. Double six plus three.
Nice.
Not so 15.
Jeez.
All right. Sounds like a deal. When did you need us to meet?
We got to get Mary to take us back to Thieves. We'll check in with Iron Tooth and let's see. So that's a week back to Thieves. Give us a day or so to set things up. So we'll say 2 weeks and 2 days. How's that sound?
2 weeks and 2 days. Okay.
And you'll be we'll probably bring him over in our personal ship. We didn't take it out here, obviously, because we didn't want to raise any alarms, but there we'll be coming with Iron Tooth on our ship. It'll be the Cuttlefish.
All right. Oops. Sounds like a plan. He stands and or I think well Jinx, does your recon bonus help with hearing? Is that right?
Oh,
Or scent? Is it just scent or is it hearing and scent?
let me look.
I think it's
Look
both.
I think it is hearing.
Okay.
Hearing and smell.
Yeah, will you give me a recon check? Intellect?
Okay.
Intellect seems weird, but
All
let's see.
of the dice have been freaking horrible, so I'm going to roll them around, pick out two, and hope for the best. Okay.
12. Get a 12.
Oh! No, but I mean, it's not that bad. So I got an 8. So that would be +1 to 9. Recon is 0. Do I add anything else?
That's your intellect, yeah. You said
Oh,
one? Yeah.
still 9.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. No, you hear the conspicuous sound of like a holster like button clicking back closed. And he
Can I
stands.
tell direction? Or do
Oh,
I know it was him?
coming from Red Thane, yeah. And he stands and
Okay.
shakes and puts his hand out. Yeah.
Shake his hand.
And then I will just put my hand out because I'm a lady.
Yeah. He shakes your hand.
That's okay.
He nods to the other two.
One as we're leaving, I'll go. One ship and one ship, right?
Sure. I can have Miria wait at Thieve if that's what you need.
That would be preferable. That way everything is even, and we're all on fair ground that way.
Right. Yeah. He shows you off the ship.
Hmm. And once we get back on the ship that we came in, you'll see Jinx just let out a breath. Be like, I don't know why I can't talk to people. It doesn't make sense.
I guess that's why you got me.
I guess. Do I have a disease? Is that what's going on? Maybe it's a fear that I didn't know I had.
Uh, Maybe we just need to do some more debating.
Yeah, that has to be it.
After I get done playing scavenger hunts with Kirsch, maybe we'll go back to that.
Yes, and I will stop pouring through all these horribly boring administration books. But I will go find. We're with Miria, right? Right now
Mhm.
on her ship. I will go find her and update her on what's going on.
Yeah, once you uncouple, she meets with you and takes the update.
Yeah. So, I mean, all in all, it could have been better, but it could have been a whole lot worse. I think we did pretty good.
Okay, so I'll drop you back at your ship and we part ways.
We part ways. You don't mind going and spending a couple weeks at Thieves?
Yeah, I think we can. The crew can need some shore leave. That's fine.
Oh, and she'll make a mental note. Shore leave is important.
Yeah.
It sure
Oh
is.
yeah. Remember all of our names.
All right, leave it alone. Cool. Yeah. So she shakes. She shakes. I mean, really, the people she had the most interaction with are Jinx and Gino. So she shakes both of your hands, and yeah, gives you her contact information.
It was a pleasure doing business with you.
Right. And she turns and walks off. I mean, you're probably going to run into her awkwardly in the hallway over the next like 2 days on the ride back, but that was where she wanted the conversation to end. So now you see each other in the hallway, and it's like, yeah, interesting space weather we're having, isn't it? Yeah. Solar flares and all that. Yeah,
Damn space rain.
yeah.
Gino, what is your undercover name?
Gordo.
Gordo. I made sure to give a very easy and simple name to remember.
Yeah, it's Gordo, Ace,
Luke?
and then Pearl. I'm gonna write these down before I forget.
I'm writing these down so that if he happens to be like, so what are y'all's names again?
Mine's incredibly easy.
Yeah.
Ooh, fancy.
Ooh, fancy.
I know. I just got him.
Very nice.
Yeah, I like your glass too.
Wait, what?
thank you.
Let me see.
Are you drinking whiskey at room temperature? Are you a man?
No.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I can't do that.
There's ice in there, or there was ice in
Oh,
there.
okay.
Right now, it's still cold, but
You're not using whiskey stones.
I don't have
Yeah,
whiskey
do
stones.
you use
Neither do I.
the circular balls of ice that you're supposed to be using in your bourbon?
No, I don't.
I do.
See,
ice
there's
cubes.
somebody cultured. Well, my
Yeah,
father-in-law, the main
Yes.
reason he has the fridge that he has now is because it can make the circle ice in one of the ice makers. So he just has a supply of Circle Ice whenever he wants.
I've got ice trays. I have to make them the hard way.
Yeah, he used to until he got the nice fridge that does it for him. So
Uh,
see, you need to put in the extra effort, Alex.
I know.
I will be right back.
Okay.
All this talk of ice.
So
Also-
far, every roll has been really good from this set of dice.
This entire session so far, and mostly this campaign, honestly, I have barely rolled over a 3. It's always been 1, 2s, and 3s, and the occasional, 5 or 6. These, the worst rolls I've ever had in the campaign are this campaign right now, and I hate it. Maybe I need to, sit with these dice and hold them more, or hold a seance around them, or, crystal sanitize or whatever them. Sage.
So do you know anybody who can purify them?
No. I hope
Are
I
they-
don't have the Will Wheaton touch, because that would be frickin' horrible.
Are they cheap dice?
No, some of them are handmade. Actually, they're all handmade, so they're not cheap.
Oh,
But
you
wash
got
them in the
cursed
waters
dice?
of
Yeah.
Lake Minnetonka?
I need to do that. Yeah, I'll just get our purified water, since we have a Brita filter, and just pour that over it and just say a little prayer over it.
No, you need
I'm
to
sure
dump them in
that'll
the
help.
mines of Mandalore.
Well, I can't get there that easily.
I,
You're just
I have
yeah,
a
these are-
sister-in-law who's a witch. She's a big fan of smudging things with sage.
Yeah, I should. I mean, I think the whole apartment probably needs it. Honestly. But no, that's an idea. But yeah, no, all of these are handmade dice, and one of the D6s is from one of my favorite dice sets that I bought from a homemade dice maker. And yeah, they're all turning into crap, and I hate it. I might need to pull out more D6s, but it makes me sad.
There it is.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So your sister comes
No.
back on the 1st, right, Alex?
I believe so.
Okay, and then Laura is coming down the same day.
Yes.
Okay,
How many sisters do you
just
have?
double checking.
I have 3.
He has 50.
Hey, me too.
Yeah,
Oh,
all
no,
3 are
never
older
mind.
than me. So
Okay. I
Yeah,
have two older.
it's interesting when you get all 4 siblings together in a room.
Is
I've
it
seen it.
is it the 4 of you? So 3 sisters, no brothers.
no brothers. I'm the only guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, me
Yep,
too.
he's the only
Me
one.
too. I feel your pain. You know. I know. I have an idea of what your existence is like.
Yes.
All
right. So.
Oh, but I have my oldest sister. I don't know if one of your sisters took this upon herself, but my older sister took it upon herself, or one of my older sisters took it upon herself to be my older brother. So for the first, let's say 12 to 13 years of my life, she would beat me up, and then I got bigger than her, and then she stopped beating me up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I can't picture any of your sisters doing that, Alex.
You haven't known Vic long enough.
Oh, right, Vic. I keep forgetting. Yeah,
Oh,
she would
right.
probably
She
do
broke
that.
my thumb.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I think you said poked. I was like, that doesn't sound that bad.
No.
Broke. Yeah.
Well, no, they bicker a lot, so it makes sense that she would
Mm.
beat you up when you were younger. That makes sense.
Laura will be in on the 1st, and then they'll be leaving on the 8th.
Oh, okay.
So, there's all that, and then
Yeah.
I'm just working and playing games. That's all I do.
Sounds good.
All you need to do.
That's all,
Mine's
I
Yeah.
care,
working.
that's all I care about doing. I don't care
Yeah.
about doing anything else.
Speaking of, like, we were talking about being adults earlier, and maybe so maybe this is the wrong crowd.
Oh,
Do you ever
gosh.
like drink out of a jar or a cup, and there's a little chip on the rim, and you're like, is that new, or has that been there? And you have to
I've
wonder.
noticed it on, we have a measuring cup that I used for a long time that I noticed sometime last year. Oh, there's a crack in it. And I was like, whatever. And I keep using it because it doesn't leak.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, whatever.
Just,
With cups, I usually notice it almost immediately because I'm the main person that loads and unloads the dishwasher. so I can tell. And like if we've had issues like that, like the cups will completely break at the dishwasher, so there's no like a little cut. No, the whole thing just bursts. Well, not bursts, but breaks enough to where we can't even use it. But yeah, we have cracked stuff we use. As long as it doesn't leak, I don't care.
Oh, it's just a little chip. It's just a little chip on the rim, and I'm like, I took a sip and I felt it with my lip. I was like, was that new? Am I swallowing
fine.
glass? I don't know.
It's fine.
It's just.
I mean,
it's good fiber.
I had
bread.
Yeah.
I had like similar things happen when I worked at the El Paso Zoo as a zookeeper. Like we would all go to lunch and I would be eating with my hands and be like, did I wash my hands after I put my hands in the bleach? Did I wash them after I touched that crap? I'm sure it's fine, and just kept eating and then washed my hands afterwards.
Yeah.
That happened a lot. So I feel that.
Yeah.
I hope I didn't ingest. I probably ingested some weird shit while I worked there.
Probably.
But it was a fun time.
I will say with the mason jar thing though, probably the most Italian thing I do is I will get the glass mason jars. Once I empty out like all of the sauce, I clean them and make them drinks.
Yep.
Or, like,
That's
cups.
yeah. Exactly. All right. Well, Alonzi, as we shall we proceed?
I think we shall.
Yes.
Without further ado, let's do further.
All right. 2 days back, she drops you off at the Palindrome Highport and bids you farewell. You have the exact same verbatim interaction you did when she previously said goodbye. And then she says
Excellent.
it. And then she walks back on her ship, and the door closes, and her face is just staring at you through the airlock window. And then she turns and leaves.
She needs some vacation time, I think.
Well, that's what we're sending her to do.
Where's her token? She gives you the same face that is on her token. There you go. As always. It's her only expression. All right. You board the ship, and Kirsch is like coming out of the. Well, no, I guess you have showers in your rooms. You don't see him. He's showering. You can hear him just singing opera in the shower.
Is he good at it?
Not really. Like, yeah, no. Every now and then he really hits the high notes pretty well, but the rest of it, no.
I'm going to knock on his door.
Yeah.
Obviously, the bedroom door. Be like, "Hey, we're back. Please stop singing. You're hurting my ears."
Yeah. Nah, the howling to you probably sounds good.
Well, yeah, but he's not all howling.
No, he's just when he hits the high notes. I think that's the issue is when he goes for the high notes, it just turns into a howl.
I think he's part beagle.
Yeah.
So everything just comes out.
Yeah, that must be it.
Yep.
But yeah, I'll try to make him stop because ears are sensitive.
Oh, sorry.
Just practice next time.
He might have. That's what I was doing to himself.
Oh, practice quieter, please.
That's not how singing works. Okay, cool. Yeah, you guys get back on the ship, get all your gear and stuff ready. Are you jumping back to Thebe, or are you just gonna jump straight to the that point? You're also you could probably there's probably enough fuel there to use that as a refueling depot if you want to. If you jump straight there, you're gonna get there like a week before he will.
Do we want to take a
You're about
stop?
just sticking out.
Okay.
I mean, we could use an extra week to gain some money. Do some work.
It would
here
have to be on
or
Thebe.
there.
It'd have to be on Palindrome. But
yeah, it would have to be here.
Oh yeah.
I guess you could technically make a jump to Thebe and then make a pretty quick jump to the point, but
But yes, I mean, if we're complaining about fun, and that we need like actual money, we might want to see if there's a quick job we can do for some money here, or just, keep an eye out for jobs as we're traveling around.
But have to be some quick jobs. Can't get caught up in anything.
Here's our late to the meet.
Okay, fine.
Welcome back.
Right.
So
Yes, so we're deciding if we should go straight to the point, if we should go to thief then the point, and then I suggested if we're gonna have a little leeway, maybe we could find like a quick job to do for some moolah, if they even have
mean,
one here.
we could see if there's any cargo that needs hauled to Thieves.
That's smart. That's smart.
Or if anybody who wants a ride to Thieves, we've got some extra rooms and low berths.
Is there like a mailing service equivalent that we could go to and just ask them if people need ships to take supplies out, or do we have to personally ask people?
There's
Oh,
like
if
a,
there's like a bounty board or something.
I think there's a role for that, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm checking out for now. For like freight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What in the world? I feel like the book is just shooting words at me, and I'm not comprehending them. World population. What's the population of this world on the
10 to the
UWP?
3.
3.
Yep.
Okay. So I get minor cargo. It's all about lots. Lots. Freight shipments pay a fixed rate as shown on the passenger and freight table. I see that. Freight lots must be transported in their entirety and come in 3 sizes. Major cargo lots, minor cargo lots, incidental cargo lots. To determine the number of cargo lots available, roll 2D on the freight traffic table times 3 times, once for each incidental, and apply the volume modifiers. The referee may add their own modifiers. A freight lot cannot be broken up. Cargo is paid for upon delivery, assuming it's delivered on time. Failing to deliver the cargo on time reduces the amount paid for.
What do you mean it has to come in its entirety?
Yeah. Yeah, I would ignore the speculative trade and smuggling stuff for the time being. That's a little more rules than that we need to get into right now. Yeah, I mean, we can check out, I guess, do I roll to determine, I guess I roll for them. Starport's a B,
Well,
DM +1.
I said you're supposed to add what do you add for your DMs and stuff?
Looks like +1 for the starport level of B. I think that's what this starport is. Let me move the token. Yeah, it's a B. Class B starport. +2 for the tech level higher than 9. So is that 3? Oh, and then someone needs to make a broker check to see if you can. That's right. That's your start, and then the effect is gonna affect the roll. Oh, you're in a different sector. You're going to Boulder. Everyone's going to Colorado.
I
Who's
mean, I've
making
never been there. That would be cool.
Nah, it's just high. Like there's just not a lot of air.
As high, I thought you meant everybody was high
I was
all
gonna
the
say
time.
everybody is
I mean,
also
that's
high.
true, too.
That is
Yeah.
also true. Yeah.
So is anybody trained in brokerage? Not
That'd be
me.
Briar.
That would be Briar.
Oh.
I do have broker.
Yeah.
It sounds
Briar
like you're going
strolls
to
on
be our
down to
broker.
yeah the cargo office. You give me average eight up broker check.
All right.
Intellect
9.
7.
plus intellect.
Yep.
Okay. -1. So there's another -1 to the check. So it's a total of +2. Can someone mark down some numbers for me?
Yeah.
I have notes open. I can mark.
I'm let the human calculator take care of that one.
Mark my words.
All
Just
right,
call me
that's
Mark.
it. They're going on the
Okay.
board. That's
So
pun two.
we'll go incidental first. 6 plus 2, 7, 8.
8, yeah.
Which is 3D lots of incidental cargo.
The cargo fast.
6, 12. That's 12 tons of incidental cargo.
12.
Wait, yeah. I guess the question is,
Now, is that big T or little t?
what?
Metric tons or imperial
It's
tons?
I don't know. It's game tons.
Okay.
So, Josh, are you reading the freight page?
Trying to find it. I think I
Oh,
found passengers.
I'm on
Oh, here we
240.
go.
Yeah, 239,
Yeah.
240. The question is, like, or at least my current question is, with freight lot can't be broken up, is it the freight lot all three major cargo, minor cargo, and incidental? Because the on 239, the cost, or like the what you would get paid, is just per ton. It doesn't separate that into. Yeah, freight lots must be transported in their entirety and come in 3 sizes. So I think if you transport, so if this ends up being more than your cargo space available, you guys don't have enough cargo space to transport it. So Alex, you wrote that down as that 12,
Yeah,
right?
12 tons.
Okay, so now we got minor cargo.
All right. That was incidental, right?
Yeah, that was incidental.
All right, ready?
Yeah, 40 times 5.
200?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm
4D times 5. Okay.
yeah, which is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9
9 times
times
5.
5,
45.
45 tons. And then major cargo. Let's drop some dice. It's a 3, an 8, and 3D. Oh, no, 9, 10, because you have a 2, so it's 4D. 6, 12, plus 8, 20.
12 and 8 is
Times
20.
200 tons of freight for the major. What is your.
Wait,
Yeah.
okay. You said 20 times 200?
No. 20 times 10.
Oh, okay, so 200.
Yeah. Plus the 12 and whatever that middle one was.
257. Or 257 tons.
Your cargo bay is 29.7 tons.
I feel like we've got to have something going because nobody's going to have that kind
200.
of cargo
Yeah,
space.
nobody's gonna have
Yeah,
257 tons.
that's like bigger than your ship. Your ship is 200 tons. So maybe
Like,
you can take 200. You can take 29. So you can take. So maybe it is those lots. You can take that. You can take that whole incidental thing for 12. You could take the minor for whatever that is, but you can't take the 200 for the major cargo, which makes sense because then you're getting a bunch of
reading
money
this
for that.
back again, it says they in their entire freight lots must be transported in their entirety and come in 3 sizes. So yeah, I think each size is 1 lot.
So
Okay.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So what was
because
the middle?
it's-
What was the minor?
The minor
it
was
was
45
12
pounds.
incidental, 45 for minor, and 200 for major.
So we can get the 12 incidental
You can
then.
get the incidental.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all we can do.
And we can also hunt for passengers. We can do that with broker or streetwise rolls, looks like, or corrals.
Well, we have what, eight low berth holds? I
Yeah,
really
you
haven't.
Um,
some low breath.
we got four, I think, four low berths, isn't it?
I think you have quite a few.
Or do we? We may have
You got
eight.
8. You have 8 low berths. Yeah.
Okay, so we have eight
And then
low
we've
berths.
got
8 standard
Kirsch is using-
staterooms, but you're currently using 5 of them.
Yeah. So we have 3. Well, yeah, we got 4 staterooms, 4 standard rooms, so we have 3 standard rooms left
We have
over.
3 standard rooms right now.
So that's 6. We could get 6 standard passengers.
No, that 8 is ignoring because they're bunks. That 8 is ignoring your rooms.
Oh,
Also, it's 8 bunks.
Mm-hmm.
so we would technically have 7 bunks left, but we have that whole room just off for Kirst, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be 6.
Yeah.
How much is our
So
ship
we can-
hold?
29 and a half.
Oh, does anyone have the steward skill?
Nope.
I do. I
Okay.
think I've got it at a
Yeah, I
0.
think we pushed Gino to take it because he's so, verbally better than everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's only a 0 currently.
He's
Okay.
better than us, and he knows it.
Yep.
Trying to figure out how this roll works. There's so many different things you have to add.
Yeah. Well, someone's got to make a broker, carouse, or streetwise check.
I have none
Um,
of those currently.
I have corrals and I have streetwise.
Who's playing? What's her name?
I have broker
Kaylee.
at 1.
And we can't get high passengers. We can only do standard passengers
Standard.
and base. And
Yeah. So
No,
if
hi.
you want, I could roll a corrals or streetwise to try to find people.
oh, never mind. Basic passengers is what we'll have. Well, you can do middle passengers, but it's 1 person per room then.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
But it
who
also
is-
it requires 100 kilograms of cargo. Oh, kilograms. That's not that bad.
And 1 level of steward. Does that
Mhm.
mean at a 1 or a 0?
I would assume a 0 because that's the first level of anything, right?
Yeah.
It would almost have to be a metric ton then. If everything is measured in kilograms, it's going to be a metric ton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then tons in the game are volume, not weight, as well.
Okay.
In terms of ships, it's displaced volume.
TONNES.
Yeah.
So do you want me to look for the passengers? I have picked different dice and I've prayed over them. Maybe they'll roll better this time. Do you want me to carouse guests or streetwise guests? I have equal affinity in both. Or does anyone have a preference?
Feel like we're looking for lower class people. Let's go streetwise.
Okay. You could do it, dice.
Anybody want to board a ship?
God damn it! Not again! Jesus Christ! I rolled a 3.
3.
These dice hate me. +1 is a 4.
You can add your charisma to your carouse if you want to.
That's still a 0, so it's
Okay.
a 4. God.
Okay. So
I-
minus
I-
4, plus
Oh,
1,
God.
plus 1. So minus 2 overall.
Oh my
And-
god. I
I
hate
feel like that
this.
conversation goes you yelling out saying, "Come on board the ship. We're going to Thieves. We will not murder you," or something like that.
Yeah, probably. I don't know why all these dice hate me.
There are
I
two
have to pick these
passengers.
dice.
It's a couple.
Oh, welcome aboard. And I'll like you know do the showy arm movement to the ship.
There are those.
Is
What level of passengers are those?
Oh yeah, you're supposed to roll for each, huh? You can take low and basic right now.
Yep.
do you want?
Those are too low.
I was
Those
gonna
are
say
too
I
low.
could start rolling some more. I've picked
No, you're
different
good.
dice.
It's all for the
Okay.
same. Yeah.
Okay.
From or basic.
That says you roll 2D for 4 times. One
Yeah,
for low, basic, middle, and high.
but you can't take
But we
high.
can't do middle and high, so it'd just be low
Yeah,
and basic.
yeah. Your basic, you got 4 basics. It's the family. It's a family of 4. All going to thief. I don't know why they're going to thief, but some pirate. The kids got an eye patch and a peg leg.
So do I escort them back to the ship, or do they just show up at our ship after we?
You can let them know when you're departing and stuff.
Okay.
Someone's got to, you got to, yeah, allocate power to you've enough power to allocate to the low birds.
And we're
I
just going 1 parsec, correct?
Yeah. So it's what, 12 tons, which is 12K for the freight. 2 low passengers, which is 1,400. And what was it? 4 basic passengers,
Yep. Another 8.
8,000. Yeah.
So that's 20,
21.
21,400 credits.
Yeah. Assuming you guys jump correctly.
Yeah.
And don't get trapped in space with all of these people.
Of course, we would never get trapped in space.
No.
This isn't like Red Dwarf, okay? We'll be fine.
You can also move mail too.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. 2 mechanics is enough learning for the moment.
Yeah. Okay. I know I have to take care of these people in the low berth.
Mm-hmm. With your medicine check. Oh.
That doesn't sound good.
No, you're good. I just needed to erase something. Oh, you also currently have 4 tons being used by Briar's air raft, but that still leaves you with plenty of space for your 12. Um, you're also down. Well, let's make your engineering or your astrogation, then your engineering check.
12.
Uh, 4.
It's difficulties of 4, so you're good. Plus
Okay.
whatever. I was also running the I was looking at my GM screen, and I was running the effects incorrectly. It's not just like that raw score. It is for task chains. It is so what? Gino rolled a 12. So rather than that being 8 plus 8, it is actually plus 2. So if you succeed with 0, there's the DM to the next check is plus 0. If you succeed with an effect of 1 to 5, the DM is plus 1. And if you succeed with an effect of 6, the DM is plus 2. Which makes a lot more sense, because that way... But anyway, so you got a 2 to your 4, which is fine. 6, difficulties of 4, you're good. When you guys get to Thieve, though, you have a week, but when you get to Thieve, you're also going to be about 40 tons fuel. Like, you need about 40 tons worth of fuel. Because you made 2 jumps before refilling, 1 parsec jumps.
Okay. Do I still have... Can I still do my training? I mean, I think basic passengers don't really need a whole lot of steward work.
I think they do still need attention, which takes you away from being able to spend your whole day. Because you're kind of going back and forth between them and the low berth
And the low
monitoring.
berth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Will you give me a steward check just to see, just for funsies? Education or social. You can roll your social.
8.
Cool. Yeah, you're corralling the kids. As you guys are pulling out, though, Kirsch is sitting at one of the consoles, silently weeping to himself.
I'll walk over to him. Are you okay?
He like looks up at you with like big doughy, sad dog eyes. I don't think I've ever been in love before.
Did you get to meet her while we were gone?
She was so sweet.
You actually met her?
We did more than meet, if you know what I mean.
Congratulations!
Oh, it's so sad.
How is it sad you had a connection with somebody?
I'm never gonna see her again.
How do you know?
Oh, because whenever someone leaves, you never see them again. It's always permanent.
I turned to the rest of the group behind me with
They have
that.
dogs with their object permanence.
Wait a minute. I know. Let me find the. But it's pretty much the one with the guy that walks in and he's like, "What?" with all the question marks around his head. Is pretty much what she looks like right now as she is looking toward you guys and then turns back. Honey, that's not how that works.
Oh, he's just inconsolable over his console.
But that's
Inconsolable.
oh god. That's can you still work?
He nods, wipes snot off of his snout.
Are there tissues nearby?
He's
If
got
not,
fur. No.
no, I'm gonna find something and just give him a whole roll of whatever it is. Here, use this.
There's no rolls of anything. There's just 3 seashells.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, here, and she'll pat him on the shoulder. It's fine.
Cracking
You'll
behind
see
the
her
ears.
again. Do you at least have her phone number so you can keep in touch with her?
He shakes his head no.
I mean, you should have at least asked for her number.
I didn't think about it.
Well, maybe you'll get another chance.
It was a purely physical relationship, if you know what I mean. And it cuts to him lying on the ground and her scratching his belly. And his leg going crazy. I of no. He's just. I'm turning them into Ferengi basically now instead of just
Oh,
rub
the
you rub
Uznak with the
you rub
ears.
yeah,
But now it's the belly. Oh my
you rub
god.
their belly and behind their ears and that's it. That's just their it really gets them going.
Uh,
Uh,
okay. And I'll just walk over to everybody else. How does he not? Okay. I mean, I know we could be back. I don't know how he doesn't know. I'm confused.
I think you might be a little brighter than Kirsch, Jinx.
Uh,
He's a
uh,
good man, but not the smartest.
he's a simple man.
yeah, he is a slightly dimmed bulb. I know what you mean.
I may not be a smart man.
I know what love is. Did you see the that's an aside, but Tom Hanks talking about coming up with the voice of Forrest Gump, and it was the fact that that was how the kid who played like child Forrest Gump, that was his accent. So he was like, "Well,
Yep.
this kid can't do another accent, so I might as well just talk like the kid talks." And so he just took Forrest Gump's accent from a little kid.
My daddy makes grease.
It just makes me think of Holes because we just watched recently. The duck may swim
I
on the
love
lake, but my
holes.
daddy owns the lake. I think like I don't know. Anyway, Dule Hill. Why is the guy from Psych in that movie? I don't know. Okay. Well, Gino is busy taking care of passengers. What's everyone else doing for the week?
I'm gonna grab my dinner real quick. I'll be right back. And
Yeah.
she's just gonna study more administration.
I'll be right back as well. Speaking of dinner. One sec.
That's a good point. I should probably figure out what I should eat for dinner.
Nope.
Oh, I just read the last part about the low berth. It is customary for the ship's captain to contribute 10 credits for every low passenger toward the lottery, in which each low passenger randomly guesses how many will survive the trip. If the winner is among the dead, the captain
What?
collects the prize.
That's just in the. That's hilarious. You guys got there's a campaign out there where you guys just run like a 2,000-ton transport ship, and you just are just shuttling people across, and every now and then there's a spy and a saboteur and a pirate attack. Yeah,
Well, see, I'm a renowned doctor, so I feel like I should be able to get more money for my low berth because ain't nobody dying.
yeah, exactly. It's not just like a crew member who took a first aid class. Yeah,
A not so low berth.
yeah, I know CPR. I mean, you can't really do anything with it when people are dying in a cryogenic chamber, but that's fine.
We could totally start getting anti-aging drugs and like run a high-end low birth transport program where you get to your destination younger than when you left.
There you
They
go.
don't have to know the drugs wear off afterwards.
Yeah, yeah.
I am back. So, did I get my week of administration training done.
Yes.
What are you
Yay.
trying to do?
Training administration, obviously.
I was talking to Zyla.
I'll also do a week of athletics.
She's trying to use the phone.
She's trying to get out of my room. I will spend time working on my spacecraft.
There you go. You got a little model spacecraft in your room. They just yeah. That's what it is. It's a VR headset you put on, and then you're in the cockpit of a little spaceship. You have to like fly around your room. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Week later, you guys are on Thief, or Thief High Port. The Skull.
I guess I got to roll my medic check. Because I have to add that passenger's endurance DM to the check.
Hmm.
Do I roll for each of them, or do you want me to roll once?
Just roll one. It's 2 people. Yeah.
All right. There's.
And then I'll review the freight and passenger rules before next session. 8?
13.
13. Okay. No one's dead. Yeah. I think Courtney missed the lottery that she has to put her money in.
What?
It's right here in the book. The ship's captain contributes a 10 credit lottery for every passenger in a low berth. Each passenger gets to
Really?
guess how many will die on arrival.
And it's a husband and wife, and so most of it going like, hopefully nobody? Yeah. Wife's like, nah, one. Him. Yeah. All right.
Where do we want to put that money? Does the ship have an account?
There's nowhere for it, but you could put it down under like one of the cargo slots in stored cargo.
We just have a chest of credits.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you guys can split it among your. It's your money. You do with it as you see fit.
Can we put it on
I
a
figure
credit
about a lot
card?
of it's about to go to refueling and docking fees, so I guess we could take that out of it first and then divide what's left.
Okay. Who's your bursar? The purser. I punched the bursar.
That'd be the guy with the broker skill, right?
Mm. Yeah, I mean, or whichever player wants to actually like do your bookkeeping.
Oh yeah, you need admin for that.
Yeah.
Isn't the captain taking that currently?
You need admin to do it in game, but yeah, definitely. Whoever's gonna keep the books, keep the books. You're looking at 40 tons at 500 credits per ton to refuel. 20K.
To refuel?
Mm-hmm.
And how much for the docking fee?
If you're docking for a day just to drop off cargo and passengers, I think if you're buying fuel, I think that they will you get you get your parking validated.
What we decided we were getting out of this, it was 2,000. I think was it 21,400.
Yeah.
So we're left with 1,400 credits.
Yeah, but you guys needed fuel anyway.
Yeah.
Well, at least it's a profit gained.
You'll be rich in no time. You'll be millionaires.
Our profits and margins are just that. marginal.
Oh, it's got to be the reality of like running a freight business, and you like ship a big load, and yeah, oh my gosh, look at our profit, or look at our revenue.
Our
That's why
great,
you do
great,
it on a
great
massive scale.
grandkids
Yeah,
will be
'Cause then that-
millionaires.
1,000 credits over 1,000
there you go.
over 1,000 ships. It's more than
Well, then we each get 350 credits.
Did you divide that by 4 or 5?
5. Oh, I forgot Kirsch is there. We got to pay Kirsch too.
I will say, like, until once you guys have sorted out the red thing, he's sort of just like helping out. It's up to you when you're done with Red Thane and you turned him in for his bounty, whether or not you want to hire Kirsch as an actual crew member. At which point he will have a salary that you're required to pay him, and then he does get a cut of he gets a share in terms of any income or like privacy or yeah. But right now, it's your guys' money. He's along for the ride. You saved his life. He's happy. He's like helping you out. And once the Red Thane thing's done, you can drop him off at a spaceport and he can go his way, or you can hire him on. But for now,
drop them
don't
off
worry
at an
about
it.
abandoned
Back at
space
Talon,
station.
yeah, yeah, drop him right back off at the same space station.
Oh, hey, we know he won't die to a weird
Yeah, you killed the
insect
monster. Yeah, you're good. The space station is just like half torn apart now.
Hull cracker.
Because
It was a shotgun, one shot.
Hey, that's all it needed.
1,000-year-old space station. Yeah.
One shot, one opportunity.
Lexian's got money.
So let's
He's got 350 credits.
Yeah, there you go, Lexian.
Lexian doesn't have any money because he's 1,440 credits in the hole.
I can see it as like we collect that little bit of money. As soon as we're getting ready to put it in your hands, everyone else just starts stealing away from it, walks away.
No, it's 350, so that'd be 175. So, both Gino and Briar would get 175.
Mm.
An extra 175 because he wouldn't take it until his debt's paid off.
Yeah, like thank you.
Look at this guy from his farming world with his upright sense of honor and duty.
Does not like to be in debt.
No.
So. Wow. Oh my gosh, I'm only 1,090 credits in the hole now.
Okay, so I guess with all that taken care of, now we need to plan on how we're handling Red Thane.
Yeah.
We've got him and his ship theoretically isolated now.
Yeah, we've walked into a better situation.
Do we want to try to go back on board, or do we want to literally go in blasting this time? Like fire on his ship before he realizes what's going on.
Well, we're not bringing Tooth with us this time, right?
No, Iron Tooth wouldn't go with us.
No.
Yeah, if there's no Iron Tooth, we should just blast him out.
Well, we do need to recover the body.
Vac suits.
Yeah, you can sense
Yeah,
scan.
we can do a little spacewalk.
I mean, if all else fails, we disable the ship first, then go over.
Like the idea of the moonwalk, you go backwards. The spacewalk, you don't go anywhere. You just like move your legs in space and just float. Is that it? Is that how that dance move goes? Yeah. Moon boots.
So we doing anything in Thieves or just jumping immediately?
Well, that's what, a week out of our 2 week and 8 days?
I thought it was 2 week and 2 days.
That's 2 week and 2 days,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Technically,
Yeah.
we got a couple of days we can kill them Thieves.
Well, it took you 2 days to get back to the high port to your ship.
So we almost immediately have to turn around and run.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is our plan? Our missile turret does work in a forward position.
And we could easily approach from that
Yeah.
and get a good missile shot off first.
What is Kirsch's gunnery skills?
Um,
I believe he's the best gunner of all of us.
what's that at?
Turret
There's
gunner.
Gunner. Turret. He's got a 2 on turret.
Oh. Did we want to put him
But
in the missile turret or in the
but he has a 0 on dex, which is what you use with turret, right?
Mhm.
That'd be a +2 overall.
Okay, what about I think what our captain was our gunner?
Yeah, I think Jinx is a
Yeah.
gunner.
What
She's
would her
got Dex.
pluses be?
I don't know. Jinx is the only character sheet not in the Google Drive.
Sorry.
Ooh.
Let's see.
Makes it really hard for me to metagame, as the DM.
Okay, my gunner is 0. My screen and turrets are both at 1s, and my dex is a +2.
Yeah,
Dex
you're
and
better
you would
endurance
have
are
a plus
literally
three.
the only good things I'm at. The
Yeah.
only things I'm good at.
What
She's the best
else?
gunner.
Yeah, what else is Kirsch good at that would help us in the battle?
I mean, honestly, that's probably because we have 2 turrets, so we could put him on the missiles and then keep Jinx on the other turret if we wanted to. Cause yeah, I mean that's he's got a 2 in pilot, but again a 0 in dex, so that's just a 2 overall.
I have a 1 in pilot and a 1 in dex, so that's the exact same thing.
Henry, did we confirm that leadership is more for gunplay, not like naval combat?
Well, wouldn't naval tactics be the one
Naval
for?
tactics.
Naval.
Yeah, let me think so. Is there like a spacecraft combat?
Okay,
Or
because
should
I
we-
do have one in naval, but I remember we talked about it, and naval was talked about as like more of a like battleship scenario. So that's why I'm
I
trying to
think
figure out.
naval is applicable to any space fighter.
Yeah, I think it's. I think. Yeah, me.
Okay. Okay, I have a one in naval, so I could hopefully be some inspiration and hopefully make our hits a little bit more accurate.
Tactics naval skill. In addition, the commander of each spacecraft or the commander of a fleet, if more than one ship is present, may make a tactics naval check at the start of a battle. The effect of this check is added to the initiative of the spacecraft. So you can use it to help your initiative.
I think leadership actually works too. I think you can tell, like if you tell a gunner to shoot something, they get like a bonus DM or
Bonus.
something. Leadership.
Okay, so I have a leadership too, so that would be great for initiating combat.
So while we're in battle, would the captain of the ship be okay with taking orders from somebody who, I guess, takes part or took part in naval battles?
She would be willing, as long as they don't go crazy with it.
I mean, to be fair, like since I'm a more of a sub lieutenant role, it'd be captain makes the call, the sub lieutenant's the one who communicates it, right?
Yeah, like you're the weapons
I
officer.
like that better.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not really my call per se. I'm the one who tells them to do it. You are the one who actually makes the call.
This I approve.
There's always the captain in the chair and standing there staring at the distance, and they're like, "Yeah, go tell them blank," and then they have
Yeah.
someone run off and do it. Usually, how it works.
I don't see that leadership thing, that leadership component, but
It's on page 74. I'm trying to figure out exactly how it works.
that's under
It's one,
general combat, isn't it? That's just combat.
it's one of the few things I have a 2 in. So
Because there's a ship combat, spacecraft.
There's a
Yeah.
special one just
170 starts at one. I'm at 175, 172, 170, 165, 164 is the start of space combat. There's nothing in there about it, but I'd probably take. It's kind of house ruly, but I don't know. I don't like. I like that idea, right, of leadership in combat. I don't see why you couldn't apply that same idea to naval tactics, to space combat.
Mm-hmm. Because at the very least,
hang
like,
on, here we go. Action step. Improve
There we go.
initiative.
Oh no,
Captain.
you sent me it a while ago, Courtney. I was just saying uploading it to the
Oh.
Google Drive, but I
Is
can
that not how that works?
give it to me. I can upload it for you. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, sort of. Okay, drag and drop it. Hey, there we go.
Yay!
It just says Traveler Sheet, but I will do rename. Just Jinx.
Yep.
I love that you can tail whip. Like, what?
Yeah, I have a
Yeah.
tail whip. It's great. I've never used it yet, but I'm gonna, and it's gonna be great.
Yeah, here we go. Crew duty, space combat. Captain commands the ship and can use leadership and tactics skills.
Ah, there we are. Where was that?
That's on page 164 under crew duties.
shit, is that?
So there is definitely something you can do with it. So.
That's the captain.
Yeah. Does that apply to like the sub lieutenant who's like?
Well, it's everybody's taking a position.
Mm-hmm.
So if she's taking a gunner position, I guess she would be.
You drop into the captain's chair.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess for the
You always wait. You're respectful. You wait until she's like out the door, heading in, like going up the ladder to the turret, and then you're like, all right, cool, let's drop in. Get yourself comfortable. Change all her radio presets, and scoot the chair forward or back.
You better not change the presets.
Yeah.
Oh no! I have my own like setup that I sneakily added in.
Yeah.
I just always switch it back.
You're the engineer. You can yeah, you hit a button and it just sets yourself.
But I'll just subtly fuck with you by changing the max height of the chair by 1 inch every single time.
Okay, here we go. So the naval tactics, that is used to be added to the initiative at the start of the fight.
Yeah.
It can be for one spacecraft or a whole fleet. But action step, improve initiative for the captain. The captain of the spacecraft may perform a leadership check. The effect of this check, even if it is negative, is applied to the initiative of the spacecraft for the next round only. So basically, every round you can make a leadership call.
Wait, so I have a question. Great. Upon initiating combat, does it kind of work where your naval combat perk is like a passive thing, or do you need to actively invoke that and you use your turn before the turn order?
No, it's not part of your turn. You need to call it out and say that you're going to do it. But
yeah, it's at the start of the battle. You're basically saying, "Hey, it's basically you saying, "Hey, I'm planning out how this battle is going to, how we're going to set up and everything."
So I guess my question,
you're seeing the whole thing play out in your head,
Right. So I guess my
Yeah.
question is like, is that kind of a check where you're almost using your turn before any? Okay, it's literally just a bonus thing you can do before battle.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yep.
take your turn. The thing is that if you fail the roll, it's a negative effect. It's just
Gotcha.
a positive or
Yeah.
negative effect. Yeah, I think that's
Gotcha.
that's their idea of balancing it. Is that no, it doesn't take your turn because that'd be kind of a bummer, right? Like,
Yeah, I was just thinking of it
yeah,
from like a D&D terms of
yeah,
perspective. Like it's a bonus action equivalent.
yeah. It's like
It's just weird when it happens before the battle starts.
it's like a surprise. It's like your surprise round, but it's not a
Yeah,
surprise. It's just you being
it makes
experienced.
sense. Makes
But yeah,
sense.
actually, if you're in the captain role, doing that leadership check is the only thing you can do on your turn.
Oh wow. Well, good thing I have two in it.
Yeah, that's right. Because otherwise you can't attack when you're not one of the gunners.
Yeah, if you're captain, you just kind of point, go hit that guy. Very skillfully though.
Now, if you stay in the engineer role, you can overload the drive or overload the plant. So you can give it all she's got.
I can imagine the negative consequences of that maintenance. It'd be quite expensive. But if I'm taking the leadership, I actually that's something we should think about. If I take leadership, we need an engineer because that role is gone now.
Well, and we can run without a captain. Like
Hmm.
we're all just doing our jobs at that point. We just don't get that leadership, like the bonus initiative.
Right.
But the engineer, I mean, unless there's problems, isn't doing much. And you're always allowed to use a round to reassign yourself. So you could like
Oh, okay. Yeah.
vacate the captain's chair and go to start doing engineering stuff if need be. It
That
just
sounds
would
fine.
use an extra turn.
Yeah, because I'm not in a combat role, so it doesn't matter. I don't need to be actively there every single round.
What's your actual plan?
We're planning on just gutting them down and spacewalking them, right? To recover the body.
Yep.
I think we're opening up with a missile salvo, correct?
That
So
sounds great.
where should we aim to ensure that we breach the ship, but we don't accidentally blow up the people in the ship? That would be
Do you
important.
care if blow up the people in the ship?
I mean, ideally, we'd just like to suffocate them so their bodies are intact.
Hmm. Good point.
So, like,
I
I mean,
I think if you aim, then you start getting negatives to your DM.
yeah, it's just my like concern is we'd blow up the ship and be like, shit, well, it's all fucked. We can't actually board it because all the bodies are just a red mist at this point.
Yeah,
I mean,
called shots. Ships at a range of short or less may attempt to make a called shot with direct fire weapons, not missiles or torpedoes. The attacker nominates the location they wish to attack the target, and then, or they wish to target, and then makes an attack roll. DM -2. That's not that bad. If the attack is successful and scores a critical hit, the attacker may choose which location to hit. So you also have to land a critical hit, which means an effective 6 or higher. So you need to roll a 14.
oh,
Our other turret has the particle barbet on it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that thing does as much damage as the missiles do.
we could
And it's
open
all
up.
radiation damage, so
Oh, that's yeah. We could open up with a missile barrage and just finish them off with the radiation.
Damage 4D. Wow, yeah.
I'm curious how that weapon works. It's only radiation damage? Is it just like a wave of radiation that goes to the ship, essentially?
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming, yeah, you're hitting them with basically charged particles.
Does it damage the ship too, or is it just crew damage? If there is a distinction between that. Though I suppose
Doesn't
radiation
say
would just break
here.
down. It'd also just break down the metal of the ship, so it still is ship damage. Assuming that's how radiation in this universe works.
The description of particle beams, sorry, fires a stream of accelerated subatomic particles at a target. It is not only more powerful than the average ship-mounted laser, but some of the particles it fires easily penetrate ship armor as if it were not there, irradiating the crew on board. That's the radiation component of it.
Ah, okay, so it is
So it's
designed.
basically a perfect piracy weapon because you can kill the crew and keep the ship. And
Damn, that's
No,
what
because
you
it's the radioactive component is ancillary to the actual damage that the beam does.
gotcha.
Yeah.
mm,
So the radiation trait, this is the reason this is in the like the ship book, which has a little more information. When a spacecraft weapon with the radiation trait is fired, it inflicts 2d times 60 rads on everyone within 10 meters of the point of attack. It's only 10 meters, so like it's not the whole ship, but it is like 2d times 6. That's a lot of radiation. It just like immediately inflicts on someone. Um, and then it should be noted that radiation weapons have shielding and other safeguards to prevent them from affecting the gunners who fire the weapon. So, like, if Jinx is shooting the weapon, she's not getting irradiated. Every time she's firing, she's like glowing green. Um,
So if you hit like the captain's deck with that radiation beam, you are fucking them up essentially.
yeah, yeah.
Man, that's
But
like
it's also got a very long range. So between it and the missiles,
Yeah,
we
super
should
long
be able to
range.
get 2 good shots off before they can really even
sick.
react. Honestly,
I mean, you guys, the other idea or the other thing to keep in mind is when you're closer, I think the attacks are you get a positive dice modifier, right, for range.
Yeah, because we can close the distance because they're
They
going to
think
be
you're coming to
surprised.
meet them. Yeah,
Yeah.
you could get within like dogfighting range and just
So
yeah.
I reckon we sideswipe them with the missile barrage, and then by the time they're prepping everything, we're already prepping our radiation laser. How does it say how long radiation lingers on a ship?
On a ship, no, but on a person, I think it's permanent until you take like anti-rad medicine. Wait,
Okay.
what are the fallout Rad meds,
Radaway.
anti-rad, radaway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think
Yeah,
it
I would
might.
assume with those particles being the way they are, they're not going to linger. They
Yeah,
hit the
No.
person and they
It's
just go on through.
right. It's a burst, not a infection. You're not irradiating the object. You're just hitting them with it.
Yeah. Well, you guys kind of solidify your plan. I will be right back.
All right. So get
Oh.
close, barrage, and
I mean, if we're getting close and going for a surprise attack, we ought to be able to fire both the missiles and the um, particle beam before they get themselves up and going.
yeah, fair.
But we probably want to try and do a sensors check to go in to verify they're the only ship there.
Yeah, because in case they bring friends. Though, man, if they brought friends, then they are some scummy people.
Then they immediately knew that it was a trap, so.
Yeah. Well, if they knew it was a trap, I don't even know if they'd even bother showing up. But relatively straightforward plan, so. I wonder if there's a barrage weapon for radiation. I can just like broadside a ship with a bunch of radiation. That could cause some serious damage.
I think maybe after we fire that first round of shots off, do we give them a chance to surrender after that?
I think so.
Open up a comms channel, basically say that we're only here for Red Thane. The crew turns him over. They can leave peacefully with their ship.
So we'll have to damage the ship enough to scare them, but not enough to disable it, essentially.
I mean, even if we disabled it,
Yeah, they come out with their
you give
lives.
us Red Thane, we'll leave you be. You can get your ship up and going.
Yeah, that sounds fine. It's best to not murder a whole crew when they don't deserve it. And they can spread the word, so the admiral, yeah, the admiral will be satisfied.
Then again, if we kill them all, we don't have to worry about word of the cuttlefish fully underhanded maneuvers like that getting out. Dead men tell no tales.
That's a pretty good point too. We kind of want to keep a low profile. I mean, I guess it's the question: do we want to be known as powerful warfaring pirates or more diplomatic, stealthy?
Can't we be known as both?
It looks better if most of your operations are one way or the other. I feel.
Speak softly and carry a big charged particle cannon.
Yeah, something like that. And it's also because if we do that and then they report that it was on the order, like we are from the orders of Iron Tooth, then Iron Tooth is going to be pissed because he's going to say like you took down another like gang leader under my name, he's not going to be too happy about that.
That is true.
And the last thing we would want is a gang plus his friends to come after us.
Well, Captain gets final call.
Yep.
You do not have to keep giving me final call, but I guess I
You're
have
the
to.
captain.
captain.
That's what
I
you
know.
do.
I hate it.
It's literally your job.
I don't want to be captain anymore.
Curses in the corner like, not so bloody easy, is it?
There's two very valid points being made. What's the call?
Yeah. That's why I feel like it might be better to just disable his ship first, like mess up the engines or something, you know, and
We'd
then
have to
open
get
up
in.
a.
We'd have to get in real close to take a disabling shot like that. And
Yeah.
we'd almost be better off disabling the weapons over the
Yeah.
We could
engines
do
if we're going
that.
to go that route.
We could do that. We could disable the weapons and then just state our intentions and see what happens.
The only thing I will say with disabling weapons, if they do have multiple, that is multiple targeted checks we have to make. Right? If we go to disable weapons, because like if there's 3 gunners, we have to take 3 checks. For engine, it's just 1 check. Of course, with the caveat of they have weapons still up.
Like, could we scan them beforehand to see if there's anything active?
I mean, I'm planning on running a sensors check for other ships anyway. I don't know if I could include that in the sensors check without sending any red flags out.
I think there's 2 different checks.
Yeah, I think me scanning for other ships makes sense.
Yeah.
Nothing suspicious there. And we can always just radio if there are any and be like, hey, yo, what's up with that? Hopefully persuade them to just push them off to the side. Alternatively, I mean, if we plan on sticking to, what do you call it? Sticking to naval combat and not boarding, then we don't have to worry about the crew. I don't know. It's captain's call.
Like, I want to go in guns blazing, but if we fail on that, then we'd be screwed.
But we're going to have guns blazing at some point anyway.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to get him to just quietly turn himself over for the betterment of his crew.
Because then I was thinking, well, maybe if we can board the ship again, we just immediately start shooting.
Shoot on sight.
I suppose the question is, if we take the naval route and we accidentally blow up the ship and get no trace of him, are we still good? Like, do we need a body for the bounty, or do we just need confirmation of his death?
Didn't they specifically want a body like the head?
Something to prove that he's dead.
Yeah, we would need something.
So if we destroy the ship and he's destroyed, like, with it, we won't really have any evidence outside of our word. If we forward...
If the ship is destroyed, I mean, you guys would, you're all, especially like the naval people, Amala and Jinx is a pirate. Like, if the ship blows up, you guys might have to spend a lot of time searching the wreckage. Like, because an object in space, an object in motion stays in motion. Like, his head might just be like flying off towards a different planet. Like, you guys, it'll take you time. It'll take you quite a bit of time, but you would probably be able to find something, right? Like, yeah, it's not
Well,
In this instance, yeah.
would documented evidence of us planning this meeting and blowing up the ship be enough?
You need proof he was on the ship.
Hmm. If we could somehow radio him beforehand and get his voice on radio, then that would be enough.
Can we record radio calls like that?
We have mobile phones, right? We can just record it from our phone. Or just straight up record.
Yeah.
I mean, we could message him beforehand.
I'm just saying this is a backup if we really don't want to board. But if we board, then that solves body issue. At the cost of our bodies.
Yeah, and boarding seems to put us at greater risk.
Yes, I can agree to that.
I really think a surprise volley to try and disable the ship. Because I don't think one volley is going to destroy the ship, but it might do enough damage to it to put them in a serious disadvantage to continue fighting. And then we got a bargaining chip.
That's fair. Yeah, I do. I like the idea of disabling the ship with attacks and then radioing once they're disabled. That does sound pretty good. Sounds safer too.
Let's go that way then.
We're ready to make our jump.
I am. I'm ready whenever the pilot's ready.
Pilot is ready.
All right, let's go. Oh, she would have, when the passengers left the ship, like asked them some questions about how they enjoyed their stay, how would they rate it, anything that we can improve, things like that.
Rate us a 5-star on Yelp.
Yeah, exactly.
I think you're muted, Henry. Talking to no one.
Yeah, they'll fill out a survey and send it back to you.
Excellent. I hope she will
Maybe.
be very thankful to them for being their first passenger, and they hope they ride with Cuttlefish again.
Thank you for riding
All right.
Cuttlefish Airlines.
Yeah, who gave the captain's address? I guess the captain. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Yeah. So let's get that astrogation check. DM -2 for the distance.
I rolled a 7, and I get a +2, so it'll just be a 7 straight up then.
All right. Engineering dray drive.
10 plus any bonuses, plus or minus any bonus.
I mean, 10, you're good.
Cool.
I don't see that happening. Cool. Or like that being a failure. Yeah. You get a week. No passengers.
I gotta work on my recon this time. I ain't got nobody
Yeah.
to take care of.
I am working on my admin skills again. So that's a
Week 3 of athletics.
Cool. How about Lexian?
Pilot skill.
Cool.
Oh
So-
wait, no. Yeah. I thought I
So you
had
guys
something
spend your
else.
day. No, yeah, you work on.
Yeah, I've been
piloting
working on pilot
spacecraft.
the entire time. I'm just blanking, man.
You guys, you spend like your work day studying and stuff. But what do you do like at meals? Do you have meals as a crew, or do you just all like stroll in and out of the the galley like to grab
Um,
food and walk away? Do you never interact with each other, or do you all like?
no, I would make it a point since I am the captain, even though my decision-making skills are subpar. She would make it like a rule that they eat meals together.
We eat as a family, okay? We're all
Yeah,
together
family,
on the table. Yeah,
family.
yeah, family.
And
We
then
Dominic
Vin
Brennan.
Diesel shows up out of a doorway.
Do you
Not
have
just
a big
nodding,
sign?
just t-shirt, biceps nodding, and then walk and then fades
Yep.
back into nothing.
Fades
Yeah,
away. Yep.
Do you have
yeah.
a big sign in the mess hall that just says Ohana on it?
Yes. And it says Ohana means no one left behind.
There's a little Stitch bobblehead. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Okay, I like it. I like it. Cool. Yeah, you guys, so you get your week, you get your meals. I don't know. Are you guys bonding over meals, or is it just like a performative, like a perfunctory sort of like you eat meals and you walk away? You're not there
Uh,
yet. It's been 4 months at this
Jinx
point. I don't know.
Jinx would want to try to at least start bonding with the crew, like learning likes, dislikes, and such.
Gino'd be up for bonding.
Gino, what? Briar would probably engage in conversation, but he wouldn't like, or he'd be receptive. He wouldn't particularly engage a whole lot,
Yeah.
but he'd respond openly.
Yeah, you've all to put things in perspective. You've all been together for at this point. What is that? 7 times 3 plus 4 plus 79. At least almost 4 months. You've all been traveling together on board, various ships, but like yeah, you've all been together for a while.
No, you don't.
It takes time. Hmm?
Sorry, Zyla just tried to step onto my computer right where the power
Don't
button is.
Don't you tell me what to do.
You can come here, or you could stay over there.
All right. Well, yeah, you guys jump into the sector with this refueling point.
Um, yeah, I guess first thing I'd do is if we started rolling in would be do a sensors check
Hmm.
for any other ships.
Yeah, give me that sensors, that computer sensors. Is that right?
Sensors is its own thing.
Its own thing. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, sensors.
Hey,
Edu- education.
I think so. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was assuming. I
Yeah.
got 6 plus 1 sensor, 1 education, so 8 up.
Yeah, you pick up his ship is kind of, it's not attached to the refueling point, but it's kind of like hovering around that, like within a couple kilometers.
No other ships.
No other ships.
Well, he made good on his word. He's the only one here.
All right, you know what to do. And I will go to a gunner position, ready.
Which one you taking?
I'll
Missile's
take the.
probably only going to be good for 1 shot.
Yeah, I mean.
Takes a round to reload the missile. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take the turret, whichever turret, and go crazy.
So I guess Kirsch would go on the missiles then. I'm
All
on
right.
sensors and sensor/comms. I'm assuming that those roles are combined or can be combined.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And I will engage with a naval check before we start combat.
Okay. I mean, you guys are gonna get a surprise round for sure, right? Like he's not expecting you to go in there and shoot him. But then, yeah, when you roll him, I like it. Under normal circumstances, surprise is very difficult to achieve in space, and it's the first space combat we're having, and you guys have like created those circumstances. Yeah,
Because we're good people.
it's true. It's true. You know, hey.
Depends on your definition of good.
Good
Yeah.
Work for
haircut.
cops.
Oh,
uh, I'm sorry. Okay. Well, how close are you getting? Right for yeah. To put some things into, I don't know, perspective, or just to give you some context for stuff. The ranges are adjacent, which is like, I mean, the max range for adjacent is a whole kilometer. So if you're 1 kilometer out or less, you're adjacent. Close is 1 to 10 kilometers. Short is 11 kilometers to 1,250 kilometers. But the one thing for that is with the missiles. If you're medium range or closer, it impacts the same round. If you are long range, it impacts in 1 round. If you are very long range, it impacts in 4 rounds. Or if you're distant, it impacts in 10.
So do we want to take a shot from medium then?
do we get any benefits attack wise for getting in close?
I think so. Yeah, short range, +1.
I mean, assuming he wouldn't suspect we're attacking him. That's not well. Shit, I am captain. Fuck. Hmm,
Yep, you're making the call right now.
yeah.
Medium or short range?
Let's go medium. I don't want to go short range and then they somehow spot us out. So yeah, we'll take an attack from medium range.
Okay. Medium range.
That'll be it.
So you are anywhere from 1,251 to 10,000 kilometers away.
God.
Base is big.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, you're medium range. Give me 1 sec. Let's do this just to visualize the ranges. And yeah, who's making so are you attacking with both weapons at the same time? So just open up?
Yeah, I think we should
Okay.
just open. Is a naval check just 2d6?
Yeah, 2d6 plus education and naval tactics.
That come before or after the surprise attack?
That could come after, yeah,
Okay, cool.
when you guys roll for initiative. But does someone want to roll for Kirsch? I can do it, but otherwise someone else can do it.
I can.
Cool. Yeah, give me the gunner for Kirsch, and the plus Dex as well as Jinx's gunner plus Dex.
Oh, one of them actually rolled a 6.
Yay!
So
Nice.
that is an 8 plus 1 is 9, and you said Dex plus 2 is 11.
And then,
Woo!
do we think that the particle? It's a beam, right? Using a beam laser.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's +4. Yeah.
Ouch.
So you got another +4 to yours.
Damn.
So that's 15.
That's a hit. That's for sure.
That's a hit. And that's a critical hit.
And Kirsch got a 6.
6 plus
That's
nothing.
that's all his pluses, unless missiles get some pluses too.
I don't think so. Special. Nope. Unless the smart thing gives them anything. I don't think so.
Are there any surprise attack bonuses?
Are there?
Just because I know a lot of games give you a bonus for surprise
Yeah,
attack.
like most things. Like that makes sense. There should be, but
Hmm.
combat. Let's look at the basic combat just to see if there's anything there.
I guess naval combat is a little harder to gauge.
Like maybe a boon. I don't know.
Yeah, because like technically, a surprise round, getting a free round in of itself is
They're
already.
flat-footed. They're not going to be able to like quickly dodge a.
Yeah, they're not ready. They're not ready for it, so they can't just
Yeah.
get it out of
I
the way.
mean, although at this distance, the rounds are 6 minutes long, so theoretically, there's that missile's traveling up potentially up to 6 minutes before it hits them. So they have like
Mm.
time, but it's still the same round.
They have
Don't
enough
see
time to
anything.
brace, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you remember what you rolled, Josh?
I rolled a 4, a 3, and a 1.
Okay. Do you want to re-roll? You want to roll one dice or one? Yeah, and if it's higher than a 1, replace that one. Give you a boon for the surprise.
3, so 6 plus 2 would be an 8 then.
Okay. So yeah, there we go. We'll just call that for now, and then I'll look it up later because we're in it. Okay. So that is. I lost my 4D for Kirsch on damage and 4D for Jinx.
Is there any effect? I mean, my effect is 0, so I'm assuming mine's straight 4D, but I know
Yeah.
like
Do I add anything to the 4D4? Or the 4Ds?
I'm trying to see. I mean, you're gonna roll for the crit damage, but it doesn't say anything specifically for the damage portion.
Okay, I rolled 4D6s and got 17.
I got 18.
Do I need to roll more for crit, or was that also the crit?
So the crit doesn't do extra damage. It hits a specific location.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we roll 2D to determine the location.
Of course. That is a 6.
Armor. So you destroy some of its armor. Armor. Severity. The severity of the critical hit equals the effect of the attack roll minus 5. So you rolled a what? 14 for your attack roll?
A
Was that
15.
15? So 7 minus 5 is 2. So 2 on the armor. Armor is reduced by D3. I'll roll the D3. 6, 10, 13. Its armor it doesn't have 13 points of armor. So its armor's like, yeah, you just melt
And that
away some of its, yeah.
and that would have hit before the missiles too.
Yeah, that's true. Well, it's all the same round. Because the missiles hit in one round as well.
So do the lasers also have that travel time?
No, it's just that the travel. Well, I guess technically in this sense, yes, because the missile impact is instantaneous, so it's the same round.
Gotcha.
Versus yeah. But
Gotcha.
what was the total damage for both of you, or what was the damage for? Let's see, what was the damage for the beam? Let's start with that. Gotta do some maths.
Did I have the beam?
You did.
Yep.
Yeah, what was your
Oh,
damage roll?
17.
Okay. And what was your damage, Josh?
18.
18. Okay. Yeah, we will now roll some initiative. Jeez. So yeah, you like just the beam kind of lets loose from the top of the ship and tears into the side of the ship as one of the missiles like launches out from underneath, and there's just whole hull like and debris just raining out from the ship as it like its engines kick in and it begins to kind of fly away and try to run. But let's get your roll plus your naval tactics check. The initiative is just one initiative for the ship, right?
Yeah, I think the pilot makes the initiative check.
Yeah.
Haha. Well, that is an 11.
I rolled a 4. So
I think we go first.
I think you guys
I think we might.
even with the naval tactics might swing things. You never know. Yeah,
So is that
yeah.
a
Plus the pilot scale, plus the thrust score. But I mean, it's not good. I rolled a 3 on my base roll, so we're good.
does naval tactics just like pack on an extra 1? to his check?
The effect of the check is added to the initiative, so you would roll a naval tactics check.
Gotcha. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
So I would have an 8
Any-
onto my 11.
No, if you rolled an 8, the DC
Oh,
the
the DC. Okay.
DC is an 8. Yeah. So you're still
Plus
good.
0. Yeah.
You're going first. Your medium range, you can choose to you can choose to close the distance. You could choose to And there's a whole thing about like thrust. Yeah. So your medium range thrust. What's the thrust on your ship? 6.
I do not have the ship open.
Sheet open. Yeah.
Ah, sheet.
I can't even find it in my drive. Oh, it's in the drive. It's in the Dropbox, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, it's in the
No,
it's
the
in the
drive.
Google
It's
Drive.
literally under player ship sheets.
Ah,
Thrust of 6.
there we go.
So the amount of thrust required to increase or decrease the range band between ships by one category, up or down, is shown in the ship movements table. In this instance, to go to like decrease from the next to get to the next range band down from medium is 5 thrust required. So you can allocate that, and then you have one more thrust. You could do like combat maneuvering. Any remaining thrust that has not been allocated for movement may be used for combat maneuvering. 1 point of thrust allows a ship to do one of the following, and several of these maneuvers may be attempted if enough thrust is available. However, each maneuver may only be attempted once with the exception of evasive action. The combat maneuvers are aid gunners, docking, or evasive action. You can't dock because you're not close enough, but aid gunners, a pilot may attempt to aid their gunners by providing a more stable firing platform along the optimum attack vector. Science. The pilot makes a pilot check to start a task chain with their gunners, as described on page 63, which is the task chain stuff. Or evasive action. Any remaining thrust can be used as a reaction to dodge incoming fire. This is covered on page 171, which is dodging. So you could basically set your gunners up, which does the task chain rules, where if you roll well, you give them a plus.
The pilot would like to do that.
Okay.
Just kind of keep a steady course, so that the front firing turret can keep front firing.
Yeah. Give me a pilot spacecraft check.
All right.
With dex.
With dex, that would be what, +2, correct? Because I have 1 in spacecraft.
Yeah.
1 in dex. All right. That is a 10.
And cool. So
So
that's a
it would
2
be
on your
11. Yeah, it'd be 12 total.
12.
12 total.
So that's a 4, which means task chain 4 +1. So your gunners will get a +1. And you guys move. You move one range in, so the ship is now in short range. I moved to the other ship instead of you because.
Yeah.
Okay. Who else wants to do something?
Guess I can do a leadership check. That's all I can do.
Do we want me to open a comms channel and ask for them to turn over red thing, or I can try and do a sensor lock, which would give an extra DM plus 2, I think.
Page you looking at?
Yeah. Sensor lock. An improved target lock may be obtained on an enemy spacecraft with a successful electronic sensors check. Attacks made by the spacecraft against this target gain DM plus 2. So I could spend my turn asking for a surrender, or spend my turn just helping us just fuck them all up.
We could do the sensor lock and try to get another critical hit to knock out their engine, and then a call will be a lot easier to send out.
Where's the sensor lock?
172.
I am 171. Hey, there it is. Cool. Okay, sweet.
I don't know. I got to figure out exactly if it's just an 8 up, or because it doesn't say, so I'm assuming so.
Oh yeah, that's the default is an 8 up.
Okay.
That would mean if you succeed, then they get a +3 because they're the +1 from the pilot.
It's
Okay.
adorable.
Well, although
That's,
Kirsch spends the round reloading, but
yeah. So I'm assuming that's education with sensors.
yeah. Well, yeah, I'll take that.
All right. Because it's either that or intellect. Intellect's better for me.
Mm.
A 9.
All right. Yeah, you succeed. Uh,
First is reloading.
oh, initiative is what is initiative determined every round, or I guess it can. Yeah, Kirsch is reloading.
I don't think it's determined every round, but I think you can make that. The captain can make
You
that
can
leadership
affect it.
pick to affect the following round.
Gotcha. Yeah. There's not a whole lot for Briar to do at the moment.
Okay, is this still our first round or our second round?
Yeah, this is the first round.
Okay, so it's pretty much just wait till next round before I can take an action.
Well, I mean, you could take an action now. It's just that your main action would be.
Because my action's pretty much just a leadership check, right? There's not much else.
Yeah, I mean, you're at the captain's seat. You could do that. You can control some of the engineering systems from the same seat. So it's like you could. Oh, you could overload the maneuver drive. The engineer can lend the ship extra speed and maneuverability. Successful D10, difficulty 10 plus engineer M drive check increases the ship thrust by +1 during the next round. But if the check fails, the ship suffers a critical hit with severity 1. You'd overload the power plant. Repair systems, but no systems need to be repaired at the moment. Yeah, or affect the initiative, but your initiative's so much higher than them.
Yeah. Yeah, there's probably no need to do that because I don't want to accidentally make a bad roll, so.
Yeah. All right. Well then, Jinx, it's you. Are you gonna call your shot or just go just shoot?
Since they're trying to run away, I'm gonna try to hit the engines.
Okay, the M drives.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a -2 because of the called shot.
But there's +3, so +1 overall.
Yep. Plus your dex, plus your gunner.
Okay. I rolled a 10. Plus Dex is 12, plus Gunner is 13. And then you said another +1 is 14.
Nice.
Jesus.
I think that is a critical hit because the effect is 6 or higher, and 6, yep. 8 plus 6 is 14.
Damn.
So if it's a critical hit on an aimed shot, would that just automatically hit the engines for a critical hit then?
Yeah, you hit a critical hit on the engines.
Hey.
Nice.
I'm assuming I still need to roll damage for the engines.
Yes, 4D.
Okay.
We roll damage for the ship, but then yeah.
Okay. Let me do that real quick. I guess the dice will roll good for me in fights, but literally nothing else. Okay. Well, 17 points of damage.
We also roll another 17. We also roll another 2D
Sure.
for the sustained damage. A spacecraft will also have its components degraded through sustaining constant damage. Every time a spacecraft sustains damage equaling to 10% of its starting hull score, and I think 17, yeah, is more than 10%. 2D then critical. Yeah,
I got a 7.
7.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, where's the critical hits table? 7 hull. Spacecraft suffers additional 2 damage. And it has no more armor because you already did that. So where are we at? Okay. Okay. Curse reloaded. That's everyone's turn.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you guys get a call over the comms, and it's it is Red Thane's voice. You recognize his voice. What the hell? What are you guys doing?
Business.
uh, you have to do this. I can. And it's 6 minutes around, so we can have a small conversation. What if I hand over, or what if I help you get what I know on the Admiral? You let me go, I'll give you that. Could be real profitable for you.
I mean, just a second, guys.
I'll take a second to glance at more of the rules to make sure.
I
So you
mean-
rolled, where are we at? 2 for armor, 1 for hull, 1 for M drive. All checks to control the spacecraft. Okay. So basically, critical hits also stack. So if you were to keep attacking and landing crits on the engine, right now it has a severity 1 critical on it, which means all checks to control the spacecraft suffer DM -1. So, it's like it makes it hard for them to pilot, but it's not like drastic. Once you hit severity 5 on the M drive, thrust is reduced to 0, so the ship can't go anywhere.
Oh wow, you have to hit a lot of critical hits then.
Yeah, but critical hits, the severity of the critical hit also is the effect -5. So she rolled an effect of exactly 6, so it was a critical, so it was a severity 1, and then severity also stacks. Yeah, obviously.
So it's very unlikely to just like straight up one shot a component. It's probably going to take a round or two to do serious damage, and a couple more to disable.
Yeah, not unless you like, I don't know, roll. Not unless you use a ridiculous dice modifier and
Yeah.
skills. Yeah.
And is it possible to just straight up destroy the ship before you even destroy a component?
Yeah, you could you could destroy you could break through its hull points, which is its HP, before you get that level on a critical hit.
Okay. So I guess it's more of a factor for big time ships like and naval
Mhm.
fleets.
And then if you hit severity 6 and you were to land another critical hit on the same spot, it doesn't, it can't go to severity 7. It takes 6d damage.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So he was saying he'll give you what he'll you let him go. He'll get you the information you need.
Information we need. We just
Or
need
not
him.
need, but yeah.
Information we could use against the admiral.
Hmm.
I mean, could
How about-
always tell him to spill it and still shoot him down.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, he tells us what we want to know, or what he thinks we want to know, and then
Blast him.
Well, the other alternative is at this point we just say either that or your crew turns you over to us and they all get to walk away.
that'd be good.
So, what do we
I
want to
do
do?
like that.
Do we want to go the capture Red Thane route or the work with Red Thane and get his information on the admiral route?
No, we should try to capture him, I think.
Oh, most definitely. I'm just saying,
Okay.
like, never hurts to extract more information. But
I mean, as
Okay.
tempting as an offer as that is, I have a counter offer if we would be so obliged to offer you one. Well, less you and more your crew. I was thinking maybe that if they captured you and handed you over to us, that we'll let them keep your ship and leave quietly with it.
Will you give me an or a persuade check
All right.
plus social? There's no like intimidate, is there?
No, there's no intimidate.
there is an intimidation on the skills.
Is there?
Second row top, I believe.
That's
Oh,
No, that's
deception.
deception.
Oh, my bad. Never mind. There isn't.
Yeah. Yeah. Give me that persuade.
Okay, I've got an 8.
Plus all of your modifiers.
Yeah, that's plus my modifiers. I got a 7 and then 1 on the social.
Yeah. No, my guys wouldn't. My crew wouldn't do me like that. No. It's a
Well,
good deal. It's a good deal. You could leverage this for hell. It could make you could take his place. You could be a pirate lord.
um, we'll be pirate lords anyway, and your crew would have jobs with us once we got there if they helped us out right now.
Nah, no deal. And
Oh,
go for it. What are you gonna say?
okay, well, you say no deal, but your ship's not looking so hot right now, so we're gonna wait here and wait to see if we get a response or how you guys act. We're gonna give your crew a chance.
I forget how fast your guys' ship is. So again, you have a thrust of 6. Most standard free traders have a thrust of 1.
Oh.
So they're turning and running, and that's the whole concept of like that's the whole design of the ship. Your ship, right, is a commerce raider, is to like attack other ships. So there's a reason it's like so much of its energy goes to the M drives. So they turn and they're trying to run, but they can't really run. So they're just going to try to use that as a dodge action to to take a -1 to your attack rolls, and it's back to your turn.
But then if I do the aim thing, would that just bring it right back to a 0?
Yeah, I mean, well, it could be more because you're I think you're. Where is it? Where's the pilot one? Right, combat maneuvering, aid gunners.
Is that a +1 or +2?
It's a task change. If you roll high enough, you could get a
Oh.
+2.
Aha.
I mean, you can also you're short range now, so it only takes 2 thrust to get within close range. Well, 3 because they're 1. You have to subtract their 1, so three thrust for you to get close range.
And I have 6 thrust, and I would be using the rest of my thrust to set up the thing? The
No,
shot?
aid gunners is 1.
Aid gunner is 1.
Mm-hmm.
So I would be at 4 thrust.
Yeah. So you could take evasive action if they were to fire. Oh, I guess they could have fired. Oh well. They might fire next round. So you could use your evasive action to dodge incoming fire.
So would that be this round or next round?
Which one?
The dodging. Would I have to dodge this round or next round?
This round if they attack you. We're in a new round. We're in like round 2.
Oh. Well, then I'll do that. I'll move in close, and continue making a stable platform while also
Yeah,
setting
give me that
myself. Yeah.
pilot check.
Pilot check. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Uh. Okay, that is an 8 plus Dex plus that. That is 10.
Okay. That's an effective 2, so I think you're still +1,
Okay.
which negates the -1 for them being able to dodge. So.
Okay.
And we're also now at close range, right?
Mm-hmm.
That give more aiming bonuses.
No, it maxes out. Oh, I should have given you the +1 for short range, but you get a +1 for being within short range. I also think it switches over to what dogfighting rolls because so now rounds are 6 seconds. Yeah.
Do we want me to go for another sensor lock?
We didn't comply before, so might as well. If he feels so inclined, he can combo us back.
Only a 6 this time.
Not quite. But then you get your weapon attacks.
I'm assuming we're not going to fire the missiles now, or because missiles are expensive. Do we want to just keep with the charged particle gun?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try to keep costs down.
God. It's not what you want your enemy or to hear from your enemy. It's like, yeah, let's not use that. It's really expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just at this point we're leaving our comms channel open the whole time.
Just yeah, your internal comms are just broadcasting. Okay, cool. Yeah, then let's get that particle barbette. Jinx,
All right.
Dex, gunner turret, and then +1 for short range.
Oh, this is not as good as the other ones. 3 plus 8, 9. I got a 9.
Right. Okay.
You shredded their armor already, though. So.
Yeah,
I
it's still
mean-
4D. You also hit the M drive, so you probably irradiated one of the engineers with that earlier crit.
14 to
14.
hit. 14 damage.
All right. Uh, it's just Briar.
Leadership check. Yeah, I don't really want to push the engines any further.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks. It's leadership plus. Well, they're all zeros. Never mind. Okay.
Probably. Well,
That'll,
even your social.
yeah, 0.
Okay.
That'll be a 7.
Okay. -1, but yeah.
The check's an 8.
Hmm.
Is the check an 8 for leadership?
Yeah. Yeah. They will miss. Miss. So 2 turrets kind of pop up and fire at you in close range, but miss you. And their pilot's gonna, just dodge. Yeah. And then back to the top.
I just found that.
Yeah.
Alright, so just roll another piloting check. Just to.
If you'd like to, you're at the point where you could close to adjacent and begin boarding actions, or you could just stay hot on their tail and let your gunners destroy them. It takes 1 thrust to close from close to adjacent.
I will maintain this distance until we
Mhm.
successfully get another contact.
Okay.
So, do I need to do anything then?
You could do your aid gunner roll
Okay.
for 1 thrust,
Alright.
and then you can spend 5 on evasive actions.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the aid gunner is just a pilot check?
Correct.
Alright.
Plus dex.
Pilot plus dex. Well, 6 plus dex, 1, 7. Plus my pilot?
Mhm.
8.
Okay. So no change,
Okay.
but that's fine. Attacks.
I can sensor lock or ask them if they want to keep this death siren they've got going.
Um, could leave a subtle reminder, or just simply says like, "Hey, you have 2 options. Either we're going to shoot you down and kill all of you, or you can turn over to us and you all get to live," and just leave it at that.
All right. I'll open my comms channel back up. All right, guys. Y'all are sitting ducks. You're outgunned. You're outshipped. You can die or you can turn over your captain. I don't want to see y'all die. So if I hear somebody other than Red Thane's voice pop over the comms and tell me they have him in custody, we'll stop. Otherwise, you're going to get hit by another blast here at point blank, and I don't think it's going to go well.
Yeah, give me an electronics comms check.
An 8.
Yeah, this is yeah, okay. You see the light of their engines cut out as they begin to just kind of drift and slow. Cuttlefish, this is I forgot the name of his ship. This is the name of his ship. This is the Jan L. Torsk. We accept your terms.
Sounds good. We will connect for boarding and we will be looking forward to you guys bringing over Mr. Red Thing. We'll be
Have,
waiting for you at the airlock.
have them board us with him, and then they walk back to their ship too.
Oh yeah, definitely. That
Yeah.
was.
Let's not walk on their ship.
They take off with one of you on board. Okay,
Can
cool.
we have
Yeah,
Kirst run up and take over piloting so that I could be the muscle at the door?
sure. Yeah, yeah. Kirsch does this, ladder slide down, runs in. When he's in battle, man, he's like in his element. He's doing great. He slides right in as you slide out, and is just like piloting, pulls up.
Tail wagging, just
Yeah.
panting the whole time, just so happy.
Yeah, tails fucking going batshit crazy. Yeah, and he pulls up alongside them. You guys dock, and yeah, there's just who is all waiting at the airlock.
Definitely Lexian with his auto rifle out and
I'd
ready.
I think Gino would come too, since he was the one doing the talking.
Okay, cool.
So I guess
Everyone except Jinx is still on the turret. Just in
Yeah, I'm
case.
gonna keep an
Never
eye
know.
out.
yeah, sounds good.
Cool. Yeah, there's a scene of the three of you standing there, and you're looking through the little airlock bay as a battered and bruised, bleeding from the nose, cut lip, Red Thane in cuffs is like pushed into the airlock, and that door closes, and then your door opens, and he's just standing there in the airlock, in between your ships.
Huh. Hey, Red Thing, long time no see.
Doesn't have to be like this, man.
And you're right, it didn't have to be like this. It could have been a lot easier. You could have not made enemies. You could have not raided planets and killed people. And I mean, a lot of things could have went differently. You made choices, and now you get the repercussions of it. That's kind of the way this works.
He just shakes his head and looks at his feet.
Can I open up a comms from there? Or do I need to go back to the bridge?
To another ship.
Yeah.
Uh, Probably have to go back to the bridge. Yeah.
Okay. Um, I want to go check in with the rest of your guys. I'm sure you, like seeing Briar, I'm sure you guys can escort Red Thane to a comfortable place to stay.
Are you
Absolutely.
put him in a like a stateroom, or are you gonna toss him in a low berth? What are you doing with him?
If they'll hold him, I'll stick him in a low berth when we're done.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have someone on guard with him, make sure he doesn't do anything
Okay.
funny business.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll get back to the bridge and I'll open up the comms and go. We appreciate you guys seeing Reason and for handing him over. Is your ship up and operational still?
It'll take us some time, but we can sort it out.
And do you have any wounded? I tend to be a decent hand at helping people in that regard, so I would be happy to tend to your wounded if you have any.
No, I think we're all right.
Okay, well, you guys,
We
what's that?
we give me a persuade check just to see. I mean, yeah, their answer's the same, but just to see if you
A 9.
nice. Okay, yeah, no, they're good. Still,
All right. Well, it's been a pleasure doing business with you guys. I wished it could have went smoother than this, but I understand you just were following your captain's orders. Uh, we may be starting up our own fleet at some point. If you hear about it, come look us up. We might be able to put you to work.
We gun them down, take their captain, leave a subtle note,
And leave a business card.
yeah, verbal business card.
And then ask them if they need help, as if we didn't just gun them down.
We're the good guys.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, you guys.
No. We are the polite bad guys.
Yeah.
Whoa, this is our story. We're the good guys, okay?
True.
All right. Well,
I guess
Yeah,
we'll end with me putting red thane on carbonite till we get back.
exactly. Yeah, there's a scene of like the him like you shoving him into the low berth and the hatch coming down and him just like looking at you in the eyes, shaking his head as he kind of like goes to sleep. And we're in there. Let me. Yeah, cool. All right, excellent. Um, well, we finished. Well, almost finished. You guys just have to turn them in.
Yeah, we got him live too.
Who knows how complicated that will be? Nah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. No problems.
We're turning him over
Um,
to the guy with the hot chocolate.
yeah. Are you go? Yeah, is that where you're gonna go turn them in?
I'm assuming
Um,
if we take evidence of him over to Clark, though, they would give us their reward too. So
yeah, they'll work together. Well, let's see. Um, 2 weeks is the first, July 1st.
I will be out of town.
Okay.
yeah, I wouldn't know if I'd have anything planned for that weekend since 4th of July is on a Tuesday or
Yeah.
not.
Exactly.
I mean, I have to pick up a friend from at the. That should be. I'm assuming I don't have anything after, unless I get dragged along thing, which is possible.
Hmm. Do we want to push it to the 8th?
I think they 8th should be good with me.
I should be
That
open.
might be safer since 4th of July is 4th of July.
Yeah, 4th of
Yeah.
July weekend kind of crazy.
No.
Okay, cool. Well, can you give me 2 seconds to run and look at the kitchen calendar? I'll try to
Sure.
read it. Try to read it correctly.
Yeah.
We don't have a uniform way of writing on it, so it's
Only mildly disappointed I didn't get to use any trank gas, but successful mission.
Its time will come.
Honestly, I just think of I don't know how the weapon would work, but essentially it's a series of cannons that shoot impale into a ship and just release gases slowly into it. That would be a fucking awesome weapon.
Yup.
okay. The 8th is the day we rescheduled our dog training class for.
Uh,
Oh
In lieu of
no.
the 6th. Would that Sunday, the 9th, be an all right day?
should be.
It would be for
Yeah,
me.
I should be able to make that work.
It is at because it's at 4:30 Pacific, so it's like right in the
That
middle
should
of
be good.
our normal time. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I don't have anything for the 9th currently.
Does the normal time on a Sunday work, or do we want to do a little earlier? What's everyone's preference?
I'm good for normal time.
Okay.
Same.
Good for
Yeah.
normal time.
Normal is
All
fine.
right, I'll just put July 9th. There we go. Excellent. Well, I will see you all in a couple weeks. Hope everyone has a great 4th of July.
You
Barbecue
too.
and fire. Don't blow your fingers off.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yes, please don't.
Happy
Yeah.
Father's Day to those applicable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
yeah. All right, folks. Have a great evening.
Yep.
You too.
See ya.
See ya.